stuff would be a god at D&D.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I can. I don't know. I can sometimes do percentages really quickly, but I can't do like that level of shit. That those guys are crazy. Yeah, probability guys just know that shit offhand. They're nuts, man.
Some people are nuts.
I wish statistics was like a high school class that we had at the time I was there.
Math majors are like freaking from a different dimension, dude.
I failed math, and then they decided to put me in algebra.
Okay, let's do a stream check. How we looking? We are on. Check. Back end of Kyle
Donkey
saying,
Kong.
and how? All right. I believe we are ready for your recap, sir, and then I will put us back on some battle music.
Well, there is that small little thing I wanted to do after the recap before we got back into the battle.
Absolutely. Well, this is the music.
No, this music works,
when we were walking
yeah.
through the warehouse, anyways.
So we are coming back to our group in the middle of quite a hairy situation. After exploring the heavy water facility, finding what they needed, they made their way out and saw that the trees sitting in one of the pools in the processing plant had moved around, and upon closer inspection, blinded two of our party members. And speaking of one of those party members, we have Stone, who I believe got scratched twice and then it tried to bite him. And for a split second, it scared him in a way he hasn't felt since he was much younger. And for a split second, he begins to think back to a different time. It would just be a dark cell. Some cheering, sounds of battle outside, assorted creatures surrounding, walking, pacing back and forth in their cells, and a young Stone. What would he be doing in this cell?
I would say maybe looking around, but just curiously listening. Not really.
As
Not
you
really seeming frightened, just curious.
as he looked around, he would hear animals, people cheering, swords clattering, roars, screams. But then he begins to hear something a little bit louder moving his way. He hears the shuffling of guards and a very familiar voice. And as it gets closer, he begins to be able to make out a few of the words he hears. Traitor. No good hurt.
You lagged slightly.
And then the familiar voice saying,
Yeah, he
Oh.
did lag slightly there.
what was the last thing you guys heard? I saw it drop just now.
I heard traitor and then you lagged.
Traitor. No good hermit. Animal chow, basically calling him monster bait. And then they walk up to the bars of your cell, unlock it, and toss the guy in, and then just close it back up and leave without saying a word. The two guards seem disgusted as they throw their green moss capes over their shoulders and walk back through the cells. As the man they just threw in kind of begins to push himself up and dust himself off.
I kind of just stare at him, not really aggressively per se, but more or less aloof.
As you stare at him, he looks over and he notices your eyes, and where you've noticed that most humans that you've encountered at this point in Stone's life had been scared, he just looks kind of puzzled at you. And he slowly kind of backs away to give you just a bit more space, and then just kind of turns his head and then squints a little bit as he says, "Got an intelligence behind those eyes." You know how to talk?
I turn my head. Just kind of look at him. Curiously.
Interesting. And he kind of shimmies a little bit closer to you. Like he's like squatted down, and he's like very slowly kind of inching his way over towards you. As he gets just a little bit closer, he reaches into his cloak and he pulls out a book. He lays it down on the ground and kind of flips through it. And he flips to a picture that looks like you, or at least the reflections you've seen in the water as you've moved around your cell before. And he points at it, and he points to you. It is you, my friend.
I sniff the book.
As you lift your face forward to smell it, it smells strange. It smells like a place you've never seen, like smells you've never known before. It smells like outside. Like this book has been everywhere, seen a million places. And as you lean in and finish smelling it, he scoots it fully towards you, and he says, "Keep. Let's work on that speech, huh? And then, like we were never gone." Can you still hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Sorry. Like we were never gone. Stone snaps back into the fight.
I like exposition.
Exposition is beautiful and wonderful.
I need to share my screen. I just realized I'm not doing that, but it's fine.
I forgot to join freaking Owlbear because I'm me. I need to do that.
No worries. But yeah, we are good to get back into combat. And I believe it will open on the Seraphim's turn whenever we are ready.
Alright, after a week of careful consideration, I have figured out what I would like to do.
Carefully
What would
considering
you
a
like to
careful
do?
consideration.
Gun.
Before the tornado
Bang,
so rudely
bang.
interrupted, bang bang.
But yeah, before that
Which Lizzie says we're under another
rude ass
tornado.
tornado.
Oh, yeah, we are till like 10 or something, but there's no weather to support one here. There's literally, there's nothing to worry about. I've been watching the weather. I don't know why there is one.
Perhaps the word.
I don't know, man. Meteorologists
Change on a dime.
make calls.
Alright.
Let's have it.
Seraphim's gonna move a little bit closer, raise a shotgun, just say, "Down, dog," and fucking blast this guy. Okay, first to hit, 28. 28 hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Me.
28.
That's a number.
Did you hear me? Yeah, that hits.
Yeah,
I just want to make sure you heard me.
I think
Sorry.
he's adding up his damage.
Gotcha.
I was making sure I get the right dice.
Oh, speaking of, I need to pull out my dice board and all my.
I gotta pull mine out too. I ain't got mine out yet either.
23 damage.
Jesus.
You shoot it with a fucking shotgun.
Bang bang.
Then
Shot in the dark.
It definitely did not like that. Not in the dark. It's in the light. This one, you guys can see it very well.
Oh, I know. I was joking.
Oh.
Bang,
And
shot
I'm
in the dark.
gonna. I mean, you know what? I'm gonna fucking action surge.
Oh, ho, ho.
And do
Gavin?
it again.
I just realized I made that Bane joke the other day, and then the irony of my character just now struck me. I didn't think about why it took me this long to realize that.
Oh, by the way, in the Sonic comics, there's a character that wears a helmet, talks like that, is a sniper rifle, and is also named Whisper.
Huh.
The irony.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that was totally. Yeah, I did that on. That was a totally inspiration thing. Yeah, totally.
I'll
I knew
send
about
you a
that.
picture for fun.
24 to hit.
Oh, yeah,
No.
the wolf.
No.
That hits me.
Roll your damage. Yeah, it,
You know, I've only used I'm
18.
only starting to memorize these characters because of how many times I spend on VRC. I see people using the same stuff over and over again.
I think it's 41.
yeah. There we go. All right. It's still pretty pissed off. I will say though, Stone, your vision comes back, and the monster's eye immediately rots and falls out of its skull.
Ooh. That's weird. I growl, pull out my shield, and get ready to kick ass.
So let's see, is there anything else that you needed to do, Seraphim?
You have a bonus action.
No, I don't have anything else I can do at this time. I just fucking blast this thing. Reload.
Gotcha. Hell yeah. All right. Is your turn, Stone?
Alright, I'm going to... Yeah. So I'm going to claw at it. Nice.
Bloody ha ha.
I
No,
think
shush.
my unarmed is a... My unarmed is a D6, is it not? Yeah, it's a D6.
But you need to, and then you gotta roll to hit.
Yeah, I gotta look at it,
Yeah.
Just making
But
sure I
yeah,
have everything in my head.
no. You're all good. It is, yeah, it's a
Right.
D6. And then you can do 2 attacks with your attack action, right? You have extra attack?
Yep.
Cool. I just
That
wanted
is
to make sure.
oh my god, that's a nat 1!
Oof. Ow.
Oof, okay, that one didn't.
Okay, I'm gonna roll for my second attack.
All the players just took 1d4 psychic damage.
Oh man.
That
Yeah, you go
is-
to swipe at it, it just knocks your hand out of the way with it has very large claws.
I think I have advantage on unarmed, do I not? I don't remember. But
I think you have
anyways.
advantage on just like strength saving throws,
Yeah, exactly, because unarmed is D20 plus strength.
plus your strength, yeah.
Yeah, okay, so D20 plus strength.
Well,
so it makes-
strength check. The attacks aren't strength checks technically. They
Oh, yeah.
use
Yeah,
strength,
they're
but
not.
they're
It's
separate.
just raw D20, yeah. So that's a 19.
Oh yeah, that hits.
Raw 19. Yeah, okay. So then I add my strength to my damage for the damage roll. Okay, so give me high ass number. Ooh, okay. So 5 plus strength, that's strength mod is 5. Oh, that's 10.
10 damage.
Yeah. Should be.
All right.
That's I'm confused on how to roll unarmed.
No, yeah, it's the same as any other attack.
Okay.
You still have your bonus action, and you can still move if you want. It's not grappling you. It can make an opportunity attack if you leave its range.
Bonus action, so I don't think I can spit fire for my bonus action, so I might have to. I'm just gonna swing with my tail, which I believe it says.
Oh yeah, your bonus action. You make an unarmed.
The same. Yeah, it's just the same as an unarmed. Okay, so I'm gonna roll for that.
Yeah, but if you're doing it with your tail, it does piercing instead of slashing.
Yes, exactly. So that is a 9.
Cool. All right. Let me punch that in. And then is that all you're gonna do on your turn?
Wait, is that for damage? Do I have to roll for hitting the hit? Because that was my roll for hitting, not damage.
Oh,
yeah.
My bad. I got ahead of myself.
Yeah.
That misses. So let me drop that back down.
Okay then. Alright, so that's 2 misses. Yee! I might freaking jail this die. These dragon dice don't seem to like me very much.
Apparently not.
These are the cool ones too. They're hollow and they have an
Damn.
actual dragon eyeball that floats inside and stares at you.
What color are yours? Mine's red.
Mine's blue.
Nice.
Very nice.
Mine
I
are
have
black and-
eldritch ones too that do the same thing.
Mine are black and white, and if anybody understands my hyperfixations, that's obvious why.
Yes. Let's see.
Yeah. Unless there's anything else you need to do, Stone. I think you can move if you want.
I can. Let me see. I do have the ability to regenerate, but I don't know if I can only do that as a bonus action.
If I remember correctly, I think it is a bonus action.
Yeah, I believe it is a bonus action. So I didn't rage either, which I should have done, but I can do that next turn. So yeah, I'm just gonna maybe where am I? Let's see. Honestly, I don't have any reason to move from where I'm currently standing, ironically.
That's a good place for it.
So I think I'm gonna stay my ground, actually.
Sounds good. We are going to move to the top of initiative. What does Serena do after a week of preparation?
Your week of preparation.
Okay, so this thing bit me and then proceeded to fucking slash at me twice and then missed both times. She'll turn around because she was kind of facing the other way and then like kind of block the slashes. I'll turn around and I'll say, I was going to leave you alone. If there's any intelligence in that head of yours, I want your dying thought to be, you wanted this. And then I'm going to swing with my fists, which reduces my AC, technically, to 17. This one's probably going to miss, to be honest. Oh wait, I forgot. Before that, while I'm still making this attack, it's going to be a feinting attack, which means I have to use my bonus action to feint and then advantage on the attack to nullify the disadvantage from the poisoned. So
And the blind.
and that, yep.
But it's close enough.
What am I forgetting? Come on, brain. Oh yeah, so that would be a 16 to hit.
Beats it, beats it.
Absolutely. All right, and I'll roll my d8 for my superiority die, which is a 5.
Man, I hope that nat 1 I got wasn't an omen.
Nah, you just had to get it out of the way.
I used my bad luck for the day.
Where is it?
When I told you that the first roll I got with those dice I bought when San Antonio was a net 20.
Mm.
Huh.
Nice.
Yep. Nice.
It's always good. It's always a good feeling.
Okay, yeah, do I add that to the damage? Okay, so
I don't know, I
Uh,
keep those ones. I can never
there's
let those
that,
go.
and then where's my other D8? Okay, so that'd be 10 bludgeoning damage on the first hit. And then second attack at disadvantage. Because I've already... It doesn't last for the turn, does it? Oh, it's until the end of my turn when I do a fainting attack. Okay, that's cool. Okay, so it's still at advantage, so
Nice.
regular
Hell yeah.
Very
regular
nice.
single die instead of disadvantage. Cool. Okay, 18 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay,
Oh, hell yeah.
Very nice.
I'm gonna do a menacing attack on this one. We're burning him. I'm burning him. I don't give a fuck. That's 2 superiority dice burned. When you hit a creature with a weapon attack, you can expend 1 superiority die to attempt to frighten the target. You add the superiority die to the attack's damage roll, and the target must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, it is frightened of you until the end of your turn. Your next turn. Okay, so
Roll
superiority
that
dice.
superiority die.
Let's see. The superiority die. So that's that, and then my attack damage, which is a total of 7 damage, and it's got to make a wisdom saving throw against a hold for DC 16.
Okay, give me 1 sec.
I have a naturally high DC for early on, but it
It was a 16, you said?
is DC 16, yeah. Wisdom saving throw.
How do you frighten this thing? And how much damage did it end up taking from that second attack overall?
7 total, sorry. 7 bludgeoning.
You're all good.
So I walk up to it after saying that and I say, "You wanted this." Metal arm, I reach back and just rocket a punch straight into the top of its knee, bringing its face down, and then I uppercut it straight into the bottom of its head. Action surge. Motherfucker.
Oh my god.
Natural 1, baby. On the first one. So, yeah. Next punch is a bit wild. Okay, fucking last attack for the goddamn turn.
Second
This will miss.
natural one.
No, this is a 7, so that's a 15. So unfortunately, I'm sure that misses.
Yeah, that just misses.
So a couple more swings after that. Wait, hang on, let me check one last thing. I think I have to hit
Those
to do
last
that.
2 punches, it blocks, not because it's trying to like fight you, because it has its hands up trying to get away from you.
Oh no, okay, I have to hit it to move it. So I don't move it, but I do punch the fuck out of it. Yeah, and that is my turn. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not. Yeah, I'm not locked in here with them. They're locked in here with me, or at least this one is.
At least this one is.
Oh my god. Alright, Maxon, it is your turn.
I'm gonna just move up. I got my 40 feet of movement.
Yeah, and you were hiding, so does that mean you would have it? Well, you have 30. You can move past there. You can move up there. It's fine.
So Seraphim sees me run past him. And I'm right here around where Stone is. And, okay, so because I took the hide action and I succeeded last time, that means that if I attack, it would be rolled with advantage for the first hit, right?
Yes. I think so. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to, well, I run up to him. I'm gonna go ahead and use one of my unarmed strikes with my ability. Let's see, which one is it? I'm gonna use my punch swarm.
for it.
You can make one additional unarmed strike or glove weapon attack, plus an additional one each time you hit up to 5 attacks. You don't add your ability modifier to the damage of these attacks, however. So,
Okay. So yeah, roll up. Roll a d20 plus your strength.
what's with all the ones today?
Oh. Shit.
Oh, that's.
Hang on.
I was about to say you
We all
get-
take two psychic damage as players, not the characters. We just took 2 psychic damage. I can't do it, man. That's crazy. That's that's Sharp.
Third?
That's Sharp, me, and then Robert. In like
This is-
consecutively.
Told you I hoped it wasn't an omen.
Well, we're getting them out, so that's good.
Good lord. Do you have extra attack, Robert? Do you have any more attacks that you can make?
You
I can't remember how.
His was the bonus action thing, right?
Yeah.
Was your swarm punch? Does that take an action or a bonus action?
It doesn't specify.
It probably takes just the attack action then. So
It's probably
Yeah, if you wanna
attached
make an attack-
to the
All
attack.
all it says is it has to. It's additional unarmed strike or glove weapon attack. It doesn't say. So I guess as long as I just hit it.
okay, yeah. So so you didn't hit, but if you want to swing with your bonus action,
Okay, that's a 10
plus your
Plus-
strength and proficiency.
and proficiency. 14, 15, 16, 17.
That one hits.
Okay. So does that mean I get to roll the other ones? Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's see.
yeah.
So
You
I
can
run
do
past-
the swarm.
So I run past Seraphim and Stone, and they see me just whack the guy. So I'm gonna roll for damage for the first one. Okay. Plus.
Well, that's a
4.
d20.
Oh, yeah, that's right. My unarmed strike damage. It says on here.
Usually a D6, am I not mistaken?
It's
Unless
normally
you're-
1d1 unless you have
Unless
class
you've got a
features.
special ability, yeah.
It's
You
one
are-
unless you have the feat that gives you like barbarians get 1 plus strength, other classes get other things. Unless you have a thing that says your unarmed strikes are X die, which is what I have.
If you are wielding any weapon or shield, I don't have a shield, and so my boots don't count. So you can roll a d6 and 7 normal damage for unarmed strikes. Okay.
Okay, cool. So yeah, d6.
Damn.
1.
What the
Yes.
fuck is happening?
1
Plus
damage.
your 1 plus your strength modifier.
It's 5.
Okay.
That's crazy.
What is
dude.
happening?
And
That
now
is
roll
crazy.
your next swarm attack. This will be the first one after your attack.
Fuck.
Mm. Oh my god.
No fucking
What
way.
the fuck?
That's crazy. That's on stream.
Good
We
lord.
got that. That
Wow.
shit
Another one.
is being documented.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Wow.
Okay.
What is going on?
It's a new
this
round, everybody. It's a
session,
new
man?
round. We got this. It
Did
hasn't switched over, but we're.
Did that
Did
beat
I-
the other record?
Okay, wait. Should I
may
keep
have,
going
should-
with my die, or should I change my dice? Just
No,
to
I'm using
see
my.
if I
I'm
can
using my.
break the curse.
I'm using my real die next time. I'm not risking it again. I'm using my actual die.
Should
I'm
I
bringing
change
out
my
the-
dice?
I'm bringing out- I'm bringing
I'll
out
keep
the
with it. I'll
die.
keep with it. If I keep getting ones, I keep getting ones.
See, what I did is well, partially, the reason is because I'm using a heavy dice this campaign, but I've switched from the little tray to actually just using my mouse pad and having like something on the edge to stop it rolling. The reason being, also, partially why that's good is it turns over more the more you give it. Not that it necessarily helps, but it can. Didn't help on my last turn, so maybe it's bullshit. But ideas, passing ideas around. we're in the thick of it until somebody stops rolling ones. So we're up to 2, 3. That's 4. That's 4 in 3 turns.
So, Maxon, is there anything else you can? No, you use your attack for your action, and use your bonus action to attack again.
Free action, 9th level spell, fucking power word kill. In my imagination, at least.
In a perfect world.
You hide any rocket launchers in those boots, Maxon? That also happen to cost a free action, which that doesn't exist. That's not a real thing. Oh, Raziel's coming up too. Who's headed in my direction?
Yep.
You're who's also in for a surprise too, because once it gets there.
Fucking wailing on this goddamn monster.
Yeah, clawed, blinded, poisoned, not clawed, bitten, poisoned, blinded, and it's afraid of me.
Yeah.
I would have loved it if you would have come around the side of the damn thing.
Okay, wait.
If you were able to squeeze through here.
If you have
That
melee
would
though,
have been amazing.
if you have melee
was just-
though, you can get advantage on your attacks, because you are not blinded.
I had to step away for a second.
But flanking is a
No,
thing.
you're all
Yeah.
good. I didn't think there was anything else you could do, Robert. So I was.
I have
okay,
my
cool.
reaction, but I can't use it yet. So
Okay, so we're
I
gonna
don't
move
have
on
a melee.
to
Ah, well, damn.
Not
Eyeless
yet.
One's turn,
They're
Yep.
working on it.
and it's frightened means it needs to spend its turn moving away from you, right?
I don't know if it has to. Hang on, I actually have the conditions pulled up because I was looking at poison. Let's see, frightened. It can't move
it can-
towards me. I know that for sure.
Yeah.
Can I ask what its normal movement speed is?
Disadvantage against me,
Okay. So it has
and it can't move closer to me.
advantage against you.
Yes, disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls.
Okay.
Can I ask what its normal movement speed is? And I ask that because you have to lower it by 20.
I know.
I'll make an
I was about to
check.
say, if you want to know, I was about to say, then you'll need to make. What would it take an action or a bonus action to make a nature check? I don't know where that would land action economy wise.
Nature, perception, I don't know, just kind of like, perception would be like basing it on how fast it climbed up here and moved across the room,
Oh,
maybe.
I meant like.
That wasn't
Where,
a
would it take
in-game
an
thing,
action
it was
or
more
a
of a-
bonus action? I was about to say, like, if you want to learn that, like, you will have to, like, your character will have to do something. Ain't giving it
The
away.
only reason
that
I
easy.
said that was because if you had to move away, I was still going off of if you had to move away from the fear. I was gonna say, hey, you got to drop off 20 feet from that.
Yeah, I know. I remember. I know this cat's on his leg.
Anchored.
Yeah.
Anchored down.
Okay. Well, since it doesn't have to move, it's scared of Serena. It sees this cat on its leg and Raziel, so I feel like it would take a few swipes at the cat.
All right.
You may try. It's like it'd be the equivalent of a squirrel to this thing.
Well, it's 2 ones instead of just 1.
Well, yeah, that's the good thing. That is what's good for it, but not for us. I'd like that number to be lower.
It does a 19 hit,
Oof.
Kyle.
Yes.
Okay. See. damage to the bot. And since it's a robot, it doesn't have to make a save to be poisoned, but this thing just clamps down on the shield bot.
Yeah, it's immune to poison anyway.
Yeah, but it does still take the 14.
14 or 19?
19, sorry. I was looking at a different number.
Wait a minute. That would be about 19 damage and 19 health left. Roughly, if I'm not mistaken.
It's alive! For now.
And then... yeah, I feel like it would, it's gonna take one more attack action to claw at it after
Kill it!
hit it.
Kill it! Get it off!
Yeah, you hit me.
Alright.
Somebody's rolling good. And it ain't us.
Jesus.
Isn't it awesome when the monsters are really fucking good?
Would have been 16. And it took 4 damage.
And it's 9
9 damage.
as it reeks the bot.
It's
It
limping,
takes-
but it's still there.
It's like a cat that climbed a tree in a rainstorm. Just good luck getting that fucker off once it stops.
Need to do some measuring. Give me 1 second. Yeah. Yeah, it's just gonna use its last attack to swipe at this cat again.
Ooh, they keep
Alright,
getting
well.
better. All three
That
on
was
the
a 4
cat.
plus 4 that you reached a 9, then just the added damage automatically kills it.
Yeah. So yeah.
You would have,
this-
yeah, it would have. It did.
The eyeless just picks up the cat and just the anchor bot and just mauls it to pieces.
Whoop, wrong button.
Whoa!
It gets really big.
Wait a second! You've activated my trap card.
That's what I was about to say.
Fucking-
Okay.
And that's when
Release the-
Mechagodzilla steps through the roof of the building.
Release the beast within. The cat form is a shell for the true monster inside.
You've unleashed a Mecha Cat Hulk.
It's like fucking opening a raft, inflatable raft.
It's just pretty
We've pushed the creatures to desperation already. It just used all three of its attacks on the kitty cat.
Yeah,
on a
I
little
was
metal
about to
kitty
say,
cat, by the way.
all three
Yeah.
of the really good rolls
That's-
were on the robot. They can come back
And-
with like what, an hour of work?
No, I can. If I'm not mistaken, I haven't summoned him today. I can literally just summon him as an action, and if he dies again, I can summon him for his spell slot.
Oh,
Nice.
Oh, very nice.
so your subclass really does revolve around like keeping those things up.
Kind
A
of,
lot-
yeah.
A lot of artificer subclasses focus on keeping your whatever it is like continuously summoned.
That's cool. It's like you're like the debuff guy. Not about crazy damage or anything like that. Debuffs, big debuffs, which make people unhappy. Not us, but
Y'all
everyone
can
else.
keep the attention off of the thing so that the actual movement thing will work.
I tried. I
know.
tried to frighten it into running away, possibly just attacking you outright rather than the cat, but
Yeah, I know.
that would be-
You'll hit
I was
that
just messing
guy.
with
I'd rather it move less than hit the cat, but can't always get what we want, can we?
you. Eh.
Well,
I know
it's
what I
gonna use
want,
the
it's
rest of
scared of
its
me.
turn to
Now move over to me.
move
Yeah.
here.
And look at you very intimidatingly.
Yeah, and kind of snarl at you a bit as we go to your turn. Oops, sorry, hold on, let me. There we go.
My Discord almost crashed.
Mine's being weird too.
Yeah, Discord's been
very
weird
general
lately.
Yeah.
Last couple days it's been spiking to 5,000 ping on me for no reason.
Yeah, no, it's ridiculous.
Well, this sucker's now completely in my fucking face. And that's an issue. Because I am currently at disadvantage with the only weapons I have. All of them.
Do you have any bonus action spells?
Oh.
If you have a... Well, it's unlikely. If you have Misty Step, now would be the time.
Wait, what's that one do? Wait. There's one possible.
I don't know if artificers can take that one normally.
I have no idea. I've never looked at an
Misty Step,
artificer.
no.
I know they're like half casters, but that's all I know.
They just have a really weird selection of spells because most of the
just
spells in their spell list, like they try to fit in with like something that could be a gadget.
Yeah, tinkering gadget related.
Nope. I do not have
Sorcerer, warlock,
anything.
wizard.
What about your vortex step thing or whatever it was?
Yeah, that's a full action, and that just moves me.
Well, I mean, it'll
It'll move me, but then I won't be able to do anything. Because it takes an action to summon up the robots as
I will
well.
point out, however, you are not within melee
I
of the
have a
other
better idea.
Eyeless.
I have
true.
a
Just
better
a-
idea.
Little quick mention.
Well, do you want more room? My vortex warp works on other things than myself.
Well, it depends on what you want to do. You could move me for free, or you can shoot/cast a spell at the other eyeless. Or cast a spell on this one. I don't know what you have. What do you mean?
He can move. The vortex warp lets me move something up to 90 feet.
I mean, honestly, I'm...
They have to make a Constitution save to. If they fail, they get moved. If they succeed, they don't. Nothing happens.
I mean, if you're gonna vortex...
That is also true. So
I would vortex... I don't know, maybe...
it doesn't do any damage, and they have to land on something that can hold their weight.
Right, I was gonna say maybe stone, or maybe the more likely would be Seraphim to the other side of Eyeless 1. Because they've got 2 on that one, and one of them just got their vision back. So Stone could very easily walk around the other side and get flanking, so that they can both get an advantage on their attacks and just beat the fuck out of this thing for the next couple rounds. Seraphim, if he wants it, of course, this is assuming that Colton, that you would want to be moved. You can move Seraphim to the other side, to a distance to your right. Well, to the top of this, above where your token is, to the right of your character or whatever. And he'd have a good shot on that. But like I said, it's however you want.
I like your first idea. It'll be more these are big honking dudes. They're more likely to have good constitution. Vortex warp would unlikely to work on them.
Yeah.
So
I only say because like I don't think I want them moved. I think I'd rather keep them right here, because if they're boxed in between the 5 of us,
yeah,
I've got 3 more superiority dice, and I've got a second win. I've got all my shit. I'm good, except for action surge, which comes back whenever I like close my eyes for 5 minutes.
Well,
so I'm not worried about anything.
Since I've been able to see everything that's been going on within 60 feet of me, I know that they just beat the shit out of the guy behind me, as well as you just... I saw him take damage, even if I didn't see you do it.
Yeah, you saw him like fall down and then his head shoot up.
So 3
And he
people
ran
just
away.
attacked one behind me, so I'm going to go ahead and say, hey, he's probably got more damage. Let's try and destroy one before we go for the other. Even if it puts me in a disadvantageous position at the moment.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try and attack number 2.
Yeah, because one, I'm like bad guy stepping at Eyeless 1. He's not gonna like me very much. I'm walking
Well-
towards him menacingly.
I think that made up for some of the natural ones. That
What'd
was
you
a
roll?
natural 20
Hell yeah, that's right.
for my attack roll.
Hell yeah.
So, I need some
My
D10.
boy's pulling the fucking rifleman move. Fucking rifle spin.
Oh no, I got pistols out right now.
Oh, you got your pistols out.
I'm shooting my pistols, which each do 2d10 as well, because they use the same bullets. Oh, that's the d8. It's the only fun part about the die. I gotta find the right one for the d10. Alright, so my first shot. 2d10. That's an 8 and an 8. So that is 16 damage. Oh wait, nope, I forgot my d6 of fire damage. And that's a 4. So that's 20. Oh, wait. That's 16 times 2. Plus the 5 fire damage. Does the fire damage get doubled too since it's arcane weapon?
No. It's just the weapon damage itself that gets doubled.
Okay, just checking. Then, yeah, that's 32 plus 4. So 36 damage.
Okay. 30. Hold on. 36, you said? Sorry.
Yeah, 36 total.
Okay.
4 of which is fire. Now, that'll be 92 total.
That's what I thought. Alright. Cool.
Then, I'm gonna use my bonus action to shoot his ass again with my other gun. There's a 19 to hit,
Yeah, that hits.
and that's 2 and 10. So it's 12 damage with the second shot. Then, just in case, I don't want to be sandwiched between them. I'm gonna head more this direction, but stay within reach. Because I'd rather not the second one, which I know from last time is about to do something. I'd rather not have both of them on either side of me.
Alright. Is that all your...
That's all I can do.
Nice. Alright. We'll move on to Eyeless 2's turn. Do a quick measurement real quick, I need to... Okay. Well, I think Eyeless 2 is just gonna attack the people that are in front of it.
God damn.
He's a high roller tonight.
No, I feel it. I'm starting to feel bad.
We gotta no, don't you dare feel bad. You fucking own that shit. You can't you fucking waste a motherfucker. You own that shit.
Maxon does a 23 hit.
I was drinking water.
Oh yeah, you're all good. Okay.
What type of damage?
Aw, they're just out of my reach. I shouldn't have probably moved so far.
It is piercing. That's 16 piercing damage. As it takes a bite out of your shoulder.
That hurts. Let's see.
And then, is there anything you? Let me know if there's anything you're going to do because you have to make a roll. So I'd rather you do whatever you're gonna do first if you can.
I'm gonna use my reaction to use brace. When you are hit by a melee weapon attack, you can use your reaction and 1 rhythm point to half the damage.
Ooh.
Yeah. That's really So that would be
Nice reaction.
5 points of rhythm.
okay, and then that would drop the damage from. Shit, how much damage was it?
I don't
Not
remember
mean
what
to
the
do
damage.
that.
Why is there 2 Maxons?
I don't know. It distracted me and I lost my train of thought.
I accidentally clicked on his and accidentally.
Does anybody remember what the damage number was?
It was 16, wasn't it?
Six.
Yeah, it
I
was
was thinking
16.
it was 16, but I wasn't sure. I wanted to confirm.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
8.
So half of 16. Yeah, 8 piercing damage, and then make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Okay, so she has 55. Okay. I swear it's gonna be it's another one. 14.
That's not a bad one.
Oh, nice. There we go. We're doing better now.
14, 15, 16, 17, and I think, yeah, you can add half your proficiency rounded up, so I think that's a 3, right?
Oh.
Yes.
Okay, so okay, 17, 18, okay, 14 plus 3, 17, 17 plus 3 is a 20.
20.
Oh
30,
yeah.
20.
Oh yeah. You feel it bite you, but nothing. No poison takes hold. Whatever venom it's using is chump change compared to what you've been through.
Hell yeah. Resident poison resistor.
It is going to not do anything, and we are going to move on to Seraphim's turn. It's just gonna.
I thought I was the poison resistor.
Man with the boomstick.
Boomstick go boom.
Are you resistant or are you immune? Out of curiosity.
I'm resistant to necrotic and poison, and I have
Ah.
advantage on saving throws against said poison.
Ah, okay. Guys, I think I know what he's doing. I think I know what he's doing.
Oh
He's doing
shit,
a big
nat
thing.
20.
He's shooting a gun.
Nice.
Gun. Yep.
He's got a gun!
Nat 20 to gunning. And I got a fucking hang on.
Gunnery time.
It's what time?
Gunnery.
Gunnery.
Gunnery
Alright.
sergeant.
It's a gunnery attack.
40 damage.
Jesus Christ.
Holy shit! To Eyeless too.
Very nice.
How do you kill Eyeless too?
I fucking with one hand point the shotgun at it and say, "Suffer the slings and arrows of those you have killed," and fucking blast its head off.
Its head just rips off in just a red mist, and its body just falls over into the water.
Punish them.
Endure.
Swarm the last one.
And
That's what's
that
beat 'em
is that is my. Oh, man, I can move.
Hey! Get him!
Get him! Shoot his ass!
This motherfucker.
Boomstick again, baby.
Well, I'm I only have one attack, unfortunately.
He didn't have another action surge. Not yet.
Wait. Oh, right. I forgot. Yeah, you're multi-class. I forgot.
I'm multi-classed, just out of extra attack range, but I am done.
Okay. Stone, it is your turn.
Okay, let's see. Like, just move up to him. Then I have the movement for it anyway. So, I'll swing on him again. Why not? Just the usual. Let's see. I'm gonna roll my d20 and hope I don't get another nat 1. Ah, crap. No way.
At least let it be like a 2 and not a 1.
Okay, so thank God it's 14. And not
1.5 somehow.
1.1. Nice crisp 1-4.
And that's like total with modifiers and everything.
That's just to roll for the attack, not the damage or anything yet.
Well, he's asking if that's with modifiers or if it's
With modifiers, if I swing my... What modifier is added to that?
It'd be, well, if you're punching, it'd be strength plus proficiency.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so that's strength plus proficiency on that. Means let me open.
Oh, Gavin, by the way, I just realized I owe you 10 damage because I wasn't adding my strength bonus. Just 10.
Oh,
10 total.
it's 10.
Yeah, I didn't add my strength bonus. I knew I was missing something and it just hit me.
So, bear with me.
Wait, am I supposed to add my dex bonus?
Okay,
If you're
so
shooting your
I
gun, yes.
add-
If you're doing damage with a weapon you're proficient with, you should be adding your the modifier used to roll.
That's what
Yeah.
I've been doing.
Then I screwed up.
So
I forgot
strength
all about
plus
it.
Proficiency. Yeah, no, I have proficiency with unarmed, so I should be adding my strength.
Well, everybody does, but you have like the skill. There's feats that give you. I get more proficiency. I don't know what you'd call it. Me too.
I don't know. So I don't know. What does proficiency add at base anyway? I don't remember.
Well, proficiencies
This
right now is
level-
are +3.
Okay, so +3 and then plus my strength modifier, which is 5, 6, 8.
Oh, you don't have
Okay,
proficiency. Are you doing damage?
So 14 plus. So 14
No,
plus
this
8.
isn't for damage. This is just rolling for the attack.
Yeah,
Oh,
14
okay. So
plus
never mind.
8.
Sorry, I
That
misunderstood.
hits. Yeah.
You were saying
Yeah,
+8, as in like the modifier is +8. Yeah.
Yeah, the modifier is +8 if I include proficiency. So yeah, the modifier. is
I have
only
plus
+5.
10 to hit because
Again,
of,
to reiterate, because we've had this
fighting-
question come up in the
fighting
past,
skill.
proficiency bonus does not add to your damage unless you have an ability that explicitly says so.
Yes.
It is
okay,
never
so
added unless
Yeah.
there's an
that
ability that
hits.
explicitly
Now
says so.
Now I roll the d6 since that hits. Let me see. Then that's 9.
Is that plus your strength?
Yes, that's with plus strength. Yeah.
Okay.
That's
So 9. Cool. Gotcha.
Okay.
Alright.
Bring it on, you motherfucker!
And then for your second attack.
Okay, I am going to.
I think I know what he's gonna do. He's gonna hit it with something.
He's gonna hit it with something. I'm
I don't know what
thinking
it is,
about
though.
it.
punch.
Can I use my bonus attack first and then do... I think I asked this already. Can I use my bonus first and then do
Yes.
the thing? Okay, so
Mhm.
I'm gonna rage then.
I thought you were already raging.
Okay.
Was I already raging?
No, he hadn't yet. No.
I don't remember raging.
Yeah,
Oh.
he hasn't used it yet this combat, if I remember correctly.
Rage has
Yeah,
been
he
activated.
was going
that's nice.
to.
No.
Rage has a damage bonus that it adds to attacks as well, doesn't it?
So I believe so.
Barbarian
I'm
rage
going
does. His rage
to-
works a little
Oh,
differently.
is okay. I thought he was a barbarian.
Yeah.
That's why I was asking.
I'm going to Sonic Beam. So I'm just
Ooh.
gonna spit fire at his ass. So let's.
I thought it was maybe just
That's
a
to
flashy
make
subclass.
I do not
He has
have
to make
roll
it-
for that. Yeah, he
has
has to make a
dex
dexterity
save.
save. And that DC is DC for the saving throw is 8 plus con plus proficiency. So proficiency right now is +3. So what's my con? Let me look at this.
Yeah. Not a 1.
I was about to say, it's
11 plus your con.
11, 14.
It
15
literally-
to save.
yeah, it rolled an 8, so you shoot it with your beam.
Okay, so it takes 2d6 fire damage.
Okay.
So now I have to. Do you want to roll that, or should I roll that?
Burn, baby, burn.
You roll it.
Okay. That's a 6. And a 4. 10. Alright, another 10 damage.
Hell yeah.
Fire! Imagine a dog casting fireball.
Alright, is that all that you do?
I growl at it. That's about
Sounds
it.
good.
Free action growl.
Free action growl.
Alright.
Roar.
On to Sorena.
Bark.
I
Actually,
will.
before you...
Go
Sorry,
ahead.
before you do, I need to make one roll real quick. Okay. Something happens, but you guys don't notice it.
Do I need to make a perception check to find this bitch in the dark of not having vision?
You've been hearing enough gunshots and stuff. I'm gonna give you half your movement, but you have a general idea of which way to move
Okay.
to at least get over to it.
So I'm half movement, you said?
Yeah.
Okay, so I will go my half, and then I will be. Well, wait, no, I still have other things. Hang on, I might be all right. Nope, that's not what I wanted to click on. I wanted my character sheet. I haven't used those yet, have I? I have not. So I'm gonna pull up the SMG that I brought with me, and let's grab some different dice for that, just for funsies. Where's my D8s? Only need 2 of you bastards. Where are you? Oh, they're there. They're hiding. Grab 2 of these. That doesn't belong there. I'm gonna spend a grit to do Deadeye Shot so I can once again nullify the disadvantage and roll a single die. And that is a 16 to hit again. I rolled another 8.
Yeah, that hits.
Alright, so shot in the dark. I'm gonna go ahead and roll both. Because I'm gonna spend another grit to do this one as well. So
Okay.
once again, single die roll. Ooh, this was gonna miss. Yeah, that's a 11. No, yeah. So the first one.
Misses.
So on the first one, I guess I'll use a distracting strike, which is when you hit a creature with a weapon attack, you can expend 1 superiority die to distract the creature, giving your allies an opening. You add the superiority die to the attack's damage roll. The next attack roll against a target by an attacker other than you has advantage if the attack is made before the start of my next turn, obviously. So, hang on, that says weapon attack, right? Not melee? Let me make sure. Yeah, it says, okay, oh, a weapon attack. I have to be careful, because some of these are melee. Some of them I did pick for melee, some of them I picked for all things. I chose very carefully. Okay, so I need 3d8, actually. Let's see. Oh, you're fucking kidding me. 2 1s and a 7. So that's fucking...
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's crazy. That is a 1, right? Not the 7? Yeah, it is a 1. Definitely a 1 this time. So, 9... Math. I got it, I promise. 14 piercing damage. No, wait, no, radiant, because it's, you said it was a light weapon,
Yeah.
right? Okay, 14 radiant.
Electrifying.
Uh,
Multiplying.
And then, because I haven't actually used my bonus action for anything this turn, I will second wind, and that'll be the end of my turn. I'm gonna add that on.
Okay.
So I need a
Sounds
D10.
And we will move on to Maxon.
Alright.
So I regain 7 plus is 14 health.
gonna move up.
Go for it.
I see
That
stone.
did me a lot of good, actually.
What do I want to do to grapple him?
You would need to roll plus your athletics, and
Contested roll, isn't it?
Yeah, it's an
yeah, it's a
athletics
contested
contested.
roll with the monster.
So you both roll athletics for the first check, and then he can use if you grab him and if he fails and you grab him, he can make
On
an
his
athletics
turn, he
or
can use it.
acrobatics turn. But I suspect it's going to be one and not the other. These things being this big.
Alright, so is that what you want to do?
Nah, I'm not gonna risk it. I'll just
Okay.
ask him. I'm going to
Okay.
attack him again.
Go for it.
Do it.
Oh my god.
Oh my
fuck.
god! What? How?
Oh,
That's
my
crazy.
God.
Is it another one? Are you serious?
Is
It
this the
was.
dice
There's
tray?
no freaking way. Dude.
Robert, I'm gonna need you to do me a favor real quick. In that dice tray, up at the top where the D20 is, not the D20 you roll with, but the one where you select it, I'm gonna need you to switch dice. I know they're digital dice, but do me that favor real quick. Oh my god, that die is cursed, and it's not even real.
It's not even.
That's
it's
crazy.
It's digitally wrong.
It's a
It's
digital
not built
curse.
different. It's built
Digitally incorrect.
Okay, I'm gonna try this again.
All right. Bonus action. Try to hit it again.
Do it again.
What?
What?
The
Isn't that
fuck?
4 natural ones for you hitting in a row?
What
Correct? Am I right?
Is that is that in a row? Because
I
if
think
it's in a
so.
row, that's like a 1 in 156,000 chance, or something like that. I forget the exact chances, but it's somewhere around there.
Holy shit!
That's like his 4th one either way.
I was
Tonight.
about to say, roll it again. I fuck fate, fuck the dice, fuck RNGesus. Roll the dice again, please.
Was that
Thank
actually
you,
4 in a
Jesus
row?
Christ.
Just to be
I
clear,
think it
was for him specifically.
I think it was.
Yeah.
I think it was. I'm not sure.
I
but
want to
think
say
it
that
was.
there's come a
When
point
you
where there
listen
comes
to
a
it,
there comes a point where we should
Pay
just say
attention.
fuck it.
Yeah, if that was 4 in a row, that's you just blew Sam Regal's out of the water because he did 3 in a row, and that one's like a 1 in. Okay, so 3 is like 156,000 chance. 4 is like a 500,000 to a million.
Travis do that as Ford? When he
The
was
natural
trying to do
ones?
that ring toss game?
He rolled.
He was trying to do that
2.
bag toss.
He rolled them back to back, I think.
Oh no, he tried 3 different times. They
I
gave
think
him
he failed.
3
I think he
bags.
just failed one normally, and then the other 2. Like, I don't know that he rolled all natural ones. I know the most recent one
I
is
remember.
definitely Sam rolled 3 of them. Anyways,
3.
anyways,
All right.
yeah,
Alright,
it's
so-
very unlikely.
Yeah. So you roll.
He
I
rolled an 18
intervened.
naturally. If
Yeah.
that
I
DM
intervened.
inspiration die.
I was about to say I'm giving him that because fuck this stupid
yeah.
internet dice.
Speaking of,
1 in
are we doing that or?
160,000.
I don't know.
yeah,
I
no,
didn't
you
know.
guys
Do
have
each of us
inspiration.
have an
Oh,
inspiration?
okay.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I should
I
have
forgot
said
to ask
something.
about
Yeah,
that.
Do we,
You guys
we
do have inspiration at the start of the game. Yeah.
I forgot
it
about
starts.
inspiration. I'm not gonna.
Are we
lie.
doing-
Usually
It starts
do.
at every. Is it every long rest that you did, Jackson?
I
liked how
did
you
it at the start of every session. You got a new one, regardless of the
Okay,
previous
cool.
session.
You know it
I'll
hits.
do. I'll
That's
do
how I
that
was doing
then.
it. I just wanted to check and make sure we were doing it the
And then
same,
most of us
or
forgot 'em.
however. So we could
No,
say it
you're
was that.
I roll for damage.
Yeah,
Plus
roll
a
for
GM
damage.
inspiration die.
Robert,
There we
I'm
go,
gonna,
6.
I'm gonna have to get you something. I don't know what I'm gonna get you, but I'm gonna get you something for breaking statistics.
7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so
On
a
that's 10
PC.
points of damage. That's on the
10
first hit.
damage. Gotcha.
I roll again. This is gonna be the first one. I already
Okay,
took the
gotcha.
rhythm.
I'm ready.
What's that Jet Li movie? Oh
Dude,
my
dude.
god!
It wasn't a 1.
9 1.
It wasn't a
Oh my
1.
god.
What was that Jet Li
Well-
movie? Was it The One or whatever? What was it called?
Yes, the one where he
That
had
Maxon
to,
is the one. Maxon is the only existing Maxon in all of the multiverse. That is why that's happening.
Yeah, that is the case.
It must be, man. That's
That is
crazy.
insane.
You should pat yourself on the back. That was, while failure, absolutely brilliant. One of my favorite things I've ever got to witness. I got to witness unlikely math take place before my eyes. It's like getting to watch a nebula form a star. That was crazy.
You recorded that shit.
Oh yeah, we got that shit. That is recorded.
That's insane.
Fuck it, we'll do it
So
live.
he'll double check it.
We'll do it
He'll double
live.
check it later.
Do it live.
Yeah, I'll be able to. If I remember, I'll go back over that and see and make sure that was actually 4 in a row.
Yeah.
That was cool, and also really really unfortunate, but really cool.
Absolutely insane.
Okay. So you're not doing anything else on your turn, Maxim?
Not that I can think of. No.
Okay. And we will move on to Eyeless One, who, with so many people in front of him, he's just gonna go bananas.
Bonus action, take a shit.
Smell
Oh,
bomb.
nice.
Stone does a 26 hit.
With my AC,
Yes.
Uh-huh.
that hits by about
Many.
Many. Yes.
8.
9. That hits by about 9.
Whew, yeah, he where he couldn't bite you the first time, he figured out where to bite you this time. And he does 16 piercing damage.
Oof.
And I need you to make a Constitution
I have
saving
piercing
throw for me.
resistance because I'm in rage.
Oh yeah.
So take 8.
Yeah. So so it'd be 8. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So 8, and then I have to make a Constitution throw. Constitution save.
Yes.
Okay, so 8 damage plus Constitution save. That is.
When the-
That's a 13.
What's
on
the
that
total?
Constitution.
Wait. Reaction. That's a ability or saving throw, right?
I believe so.
I can add my
Constitution
intelligence
saving throw.
modifier to your ability saving throw as a reaction. Flash of genius.
Oh yeah, because you'd be able to see the thing before. You wouldn't be able to see this. You can definitely, because this was an attack, right?
Yep.
Yes.
It was an attack against him. I'm watching it. He's directly in front of me, and the place is lit up. So that's a +4 on top of that. So that's a 17 total.
Oh,
Does it pass?
Yes, it passes. You
Oh,
take the damage, but you do not get
nice.
poisoned. Raziel tells you to spit the venom out.
Spit the venom out.
Flex and squeeze it out.
When the difference between what hit you and your AC is half of your AC.
Oh my god.
That's fucking crazy.
48 HP. That's crazy.
All right, and after that, it's going to look over to you, Raziel, after you yelled at Stone, and it's going to swing its claws at you.
Duck!
Stop.
It
Shit.
just keeps going higher.
Oh my god. Yes. I love it.
I didn't realize these were going to be the bosses of the campaign. My bad,
I'm a
guys.
glutton for punishment. I love watching this. Give me a challenging combat. I love watching
So
those
does,
numbers go down.
There's a fucking...
It's natural passed it already. You're good.
Alright, yeah.
19
So-
passed it already.
That is 16 slashing damage. As it rakes its claws and slashes you across the chest.
When the damage can drink in
Oh, wait,
Germany.
no, that was claws, not teeth. So there wasn't any poison attached to it, was it?
You're good. And then Maxon does a...
Oh my god. He's on a
Shit,
roll.
does a 19 hit.
Yep.
He's on fire.
Reaction.
I love being the
Having
boss. Okay, cool.
I'm telling you,
Yeah,
man, just eat
so
it up.
So just take 5 damage, because it would have been 5 plus 5, so just take 5 slashing damage. And
Oh wait, I'm resistant.
Eyeless
to
one is
slashing,
done.
remember?
Yeah, that's why.
Oh
I
yeah,
have
you
to.
are. My bad.
So maybe should I spend the pointer now? What do you think?
It's up
I'll
to
let
you.
you keep the point if
We
you
can
want to take
always-
it back. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take it. Okay.
I'm
So I have
I'm
50
I'm gonna tell you right
Yeah,
now, we're
just take
short
it.
resting after this. I'm poisoned and I need an hour.
Okay, so what is half of the?
So it would
No, 5 was half. 5 was
yeah,
half.
5 was half.
Okay.
Okay. But yeah, it's done after that.
That's
Alright.
not a notification I like to get on my phone.
What
was
is
that?
It's not relevant. It's just Google giving me random news updates on things.
Oh,
Mm,
scared me for a minute.
No, nothing like
Alright.
that. Sorry, it was just like
Well-
I was thinking out loud.
I'm gonna say fuck it, and I'm gonna move back here. Does anything happen?
Is it gonna do the do?
Hold on, I'll be back in there in just a sec. I had to step away.
Ah,
Use the DM's like infinite pool of misty steps.
All right.
no, he's still getting used to his wireless headset,
Uh-huh.
being able to walk
Yeah.
around his whole house.
You moved away. Yeah, on its reaction, it's gonna try and claw at you.
Yeah, every bit,
Alright.
every bit that it can.
Oh,
Well,
it
it won't.
misses. Don't worry.
I ducked, dodged, and rolled.
Guys, I'm a little scared. While it
That was
missed,
his.
there's a lot of natural ones going around. Just not him specifically, but there's a lot of those hitting the table at the moment. I'm scared. This building is gonna fall into a sinkhole.
man, this is gonna
Alright,
get
so-
weird. Things are catching fire.
That is.
Alright, but yeah,
I'm
that's
gonna shoot at this sucker. Now that I got out of his range,
Pew pew.
and that is a 17 plus 7, so 24 to hit for the first one.
Yeah, that hits.
Yeah, that hits. And that's a 5, 3. That's 8 plus. It's 11 points of damage for the first one. And I'm gonna use my bonus action to shoot at him again. I'm enjoying this little spin top die.
Nice.
That's a 16 plus a 7, so that's 23.
That hits.
Oh, I forgot to do my d6 damage for the arcane fire, which is a 5, so add 5 onto that.
Hello.
Okay, so the second shot does 8 and 1, so that's 9 plus 3, so 12, another 12 points of damage.
This thing is pissed off and looking pretty worse for wear.
That
And
shit
as I do
hurted.
the last thing I can, I holler out, Seraphim, blow this fucker's head off too.
It
He
shall
hurts.
be done.
What does the Seraphim do as it rolls over to his turn? If I need to ask.
Gun.
Shooty, shooty, bang, bang. This is my boomstick. Do not touch my boomstick.
Uh, 29 to hit.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that hits.
Alright. Bam. That's looking good. 23 damage.
23.
You add your. Oh wait, you put all your modifiers on automatically already, don't you?
Yeah, I plus 5'd.
You.
Do you blow its head off again, or do you kill it in a different way?
You were given an order, soldier. No, I'm kidding you. You can shoot it out.
He
I was
aims at
messing
the
with you.
head, but then thinks real quickly, aims at its legs to shoot out a knee to get it lower. Then he just walks up to it and says, "Be not afraid," and just like takes his gun and just fucking bashes it on over the head over and over and over until it's dead.
Hell yeah.
Ouch.
And with that, there is calm in the warehouse once again.
Anybody good at will it take a nature or inspection check to check these suckers out, see if there's anything useful about them?
It'd be a nature check or a survival check.
I can do the survival check.
I got the nature
I also could do survival.
Right. I'll roll for
because
it.
I wanted to see if there's anything useful about them that we may be able to take away, something possibly valuable.
Okay, 17 plus 9. That'll be fine.
I got
Whatever
11
is
plus
valuable on these things,
7.
you'll be able to get it off Maxon. Like you'll be able to like corner this monster and cut any pieces off that they might need.
Did my 18 reveal anything specific about it?
I only got an 11.
Nature check.
Um,
Just wondering.
looking
Because
around.
I definitely haven't seen these things before.
Oh no. Looking at these things and how many dead bodies are here, you guys, or well, Raziel, you surmise that you guys are probably one of, if not the very first people to survive an encounter with these things.
Well,
And the most valuable thing that you could probably take off of them, probably be their claws. I would say their skulls, but not too much of that left.
well, yeah. Yeah.
So probably their claws, their pelt. You could take some of the meat, but it has a strange putrid smell, so you probably don't want to eat it.
Yeah.
Their meat seems to have like some kind of poison on top of whatever venom they use in their bites.
I'll stash a little bit away in my bag of holding of the meat just in case. Knowing poisons and being immune to poison, I think I may be able to use it as an attack of some sort later on if I need be. Infuse it into some kind of artifice.
Okay. And then
The claws
do
too.
you guys take all 4 of the claws?
Might as well.
Okay. I was just asking. It doesn't like change anything. It's
Like,
just
remember, I can carry a lot of crap, so
We also have a truck outside. We have one more room to check though
if there's
before we're
anyone-
getting out of here.
anything anybody
Does,
needs to carry, I probably carry it really easily.
does anybody see anything else going on around that doesn't seem like it's right? Now that we got a light on and it doesn't matter, we've made too much noise anyway.
Yeah.
Are we hearing
Perception.
anything?
yeah, roll perception.
Cool. 12.
All seems well.
Good enough. Which room did we not check? This one?
Yes.
Yeah, Seraphim's gonna just open the door.
It's a door that seems the monsters weren't able to figure this one out, so the pneumatics still work on it. You open the door to a security room. There's no bodies or anything in here, but it's a room with busted out screens showing what would be the security footage from the different rooms and what seems to be an old first aid kit and an armory closet.
Ooh. Check the armory closet.
I would have come in behind him. Would we have noticed by this point that it may have been weapons that caused his shift in personality? Would I have known that?
Roll for insight.
Were you interacting with him directly whenever you handed him the new
Oh,
rifle?
yeah.
I did. So I saw
Yeah,
him
we can-
change.
Yeah, so you would know.
I probably would have followed him in and not. I was like, "Hey, no! Back away from the gun safe for a minute."
I'm not going to touch the weapons. I figured
Screwed
I'd go
up.
ahead
I
and
may have
look.
screwed up the last time. Careful.
As you
I know
open
what
it,
I'm
you
doing.
find a small caliber revolver and a shotgun, but no bullets. And it's a worse shotgun than the one you have now. Seems this was just a security office for just a very low security area.
He pulls the shotgun off, but he doesn't touch the revolver. He looks to Raziel. You go ahead and grab that one. I'll hold on to this for the time being.
Okay.
Since
I'm
it's
not
a
letting him
designated
out.
weapon. I raise an eyebrow and go, we may have to talk about that later. For now, let's go. Knowing that there's a lot of personalities out in the wastes that I've met already. And it's not always a good idea to just dredge up everything.
Was anybody else doing anything as they come out of the security room? Just specifically?
Oh, I probably would have just gone ahead and used an action to summon up my bot again.
Okay.
Where'd he go? Is that him?
That's
the armor bot. Where'd the other one go?
I'm gonna take Can I take a quick log of the thing?
Yeah, sure thing.
I'm just gonna snap a little picture of it because when Maxon gets home, somebody's definitely gonna want to see that thing.
Okay. Well, as you're logging it, and I guess everybody else is recuperating, you hear a shuffling as the door across the way opens, and a big bright beam of light comes out as Alexander walks in, not carrying a torch, but just emitting the same 30-foot circle of light that the torches give off just from his body.
Has my vision returned, by the way?
No. It is out for an hour, unless someone gives you some kind of thing that would get rid of status ailments.
Alright, I'm gonna free action sit down against the wall.
How did stones come off then?
You guys did enough damage to it to make it lose concentration.
Did that other one never fail its con saves?
I had it set at 40 damage, and you guys did, Seraphim did 40 damage to it, one turn you had to, yeah.
I got you.
You guys got close.
I got you. Just wondering.
Alexander just he slowly makes his way over after he sees where you are.
How are you doing? What's going on outside? Did you leave her alone?
He kind of walks up and just kind of looks around at the giant monster corpses you guys have
We probably would have radioed in.
headed in,
what was going
cut the
on
hands
someplace.
off. Oh, I was about to say, this was like, you guys immediately ran in there right after the fight, and he came in the second you guys came out. This is like right after the fight.
Oh. Gotcha.
Yeah, no.
Oh.
That's what those rolls were earlier, where it was
He
going to be,
heard
did
the
Alexander
noise
come in and help
inside.
you guys? Or did he show up late and he didn't hear you? But yeah,
Sounds
he
like
walks
after
in,
the door was completely closed.
if you could hear all the gunshots and
Yep.
cussing and everything. But yeah, he walks in and he even has some medical supplies over his shoulder. And he looks around to the group. The hell did you guys run into? As he kind of just walks over to
Something
the
over on the
corpses
ground.
and just
Whatever it is.
Both heads fucking mashed and destroyed.
Well, they look dead as hell now. You guys alright?
Everyone
Moment.
sustained some form of injury.
So who's the most least looking for getting beat up?
I'm not even hurt.
I
Yeah, I was about to say.
might be the most beat up.
Oh, yeah, you lost
actually,
like a
but-
little more than half your health, so.
But that's honestly still not much for him.
I've only lost 16 health.
So, yeah.
I think I lost
So,
about
I'm not
8
sitting
points.
bad.
And honestly, Stone can heal himself, so it's not really like anything he would care about.
So, is there anything else you guys want to do in here, or you kind of just head back out to the truck?
I look over at Serena. Do you want to check out that room back there, since it looks like we don't have to rush anymore? Is there anything you wanted to look more into
I
before
wanna
we
take
leave?
Without looking at you, I just kind of go.
Oh yeah.
I want to take one of the things heads.
I'm gonna
with
walk
me,
over
a
and-
little souvenir.
Help Serena up and walk. Say, okay, we're headed back to the car.
Well,
I'm
Maxim,
gonna walk
it's
you
not-
back that way.
there's not much of a head or face to take as a trophy, because one got its head blown off by like buckshot shotgun, and the other one got its head smashed by the butt stock of a shotgun.
Oh, okay.
So that's why you guys took the claws from the
Claws.
monsters
Oh, okay.
and some like hide and stuff. But yeah, skull wise, it's mush. I will say, as you help Serena up, Alex stops and says, "Something wrong with your eyes?"
Quick question.
Monster's poison.
The teeth, the jaw. Did the jaw get destroyed in the second one? He said he just bashed it over the head. Did the jaw and the teeth survive?
You could probably get a few teeth, but not a jaw.
Damn. That would have been a trophy that I would have looked. Since he said something about a trophy, that would have been what I would have suggested, since the head was mostly destroyed. Because that's a big ass jaw. Hey, Tiger, you gotta think shark jaw, shark teeth.
Yeah.
I was thinking trophy. I was
With,
thinking trophy.
With Alex not getting an answer, he just reaches into the medical bag and offers Raziel a what seems to be some kind of like ointment or something, some kind of balm.
Yeah.
He's like, if she needs it, and then just kind of just
What-
begins to kind of look around.
I was about to say, what's your health at right now, anyway?
Me? 57.
Yeah.
I have 67.
Oh, so you haven't missed much yet at the moment. Well, I'll start rubbing the balm in where
Yeah, I'm just
needed,
blind and poisoned
I
is
guess.
all. She's unhappy at the moment. She's not. Yeah.
As he applies the balm, your vision comes back, and after a good 30 seconds after your vision,
Did I have to take off the helmet to apply the balm? Because she may not have let me do that.
Absolutely not.
yeah, that's true. And then no.
Would
you're
it
still
have
blind.
required the face?
I was
the
about
helmet
to
come
say
off?
to cure the blindness, the balm would have had to have been applied to the eyes. Yes, I didn't think about that. So
That's why I stopped everything before we went on.
a little,
You don't-
little
I
traction.
put it in her hand,
Alex.
and I say, "Do you want me to take you back to the room we just opened? It's nobody will be in there. You might be able to put this on yourself and fix your blindness ahead of time."
I'm
I'll
not
lock
hiding
the
my
door,
face. I
nobody can
can't
come
take
in.
the helmet off.
Damn.
Mission code says I need to keep it on. If I don't, will I get attacked by those trees again, by chance? And then I'll lose the helmet, and I need it.
All right.
You lose what you don't keep on you.
Then I'll just start walking Serena back outside to the truck.
Gotcha.
Stubborn as
Or
a
actually,
mule.
probably lead her back to her vehicle, since we're going to be taking a rest long enough for her to get fixed before we
I was about
leave.
to say, yeah.
But
Is there anything
she's-
anybody else
Go ahead.
does
sorry.
inside before? No, you're all good. Is there anything else that anybody wants to do inside before we have a little rest session out front?
As I walk off with Serena, I probably holler back and I say, "Stone, if you want to search the water, now's when you should do it, when we're sure it's safe." As I walk off.
That's funny right there.
Sorry. Had to throw that one out there.
Yeah.
Since you fucking swam past it, and I remember you did.
I snuck into the water. They didn't know I was there, so I was safe. And honestly, he kind of doesn't care about sneaking around. He's not that kind
I
of
was about to say.
I know.
They knew you
Snuck
were
as far
there.
as you knew.
Yeah, no. I'm sure they knew I was there, probably. I'm guessing they did.
I
Because
was about
stealth
to
only
say,
goes
they
so
knew
far
you-
when you're like this far.
When the water moves. But yeah, as I said, I would have at least thrown a dig back at you for that one, at minimum, as I walked out.
Yeah.
With a chuckle,
it's
but nonetheless.
I just sigh and decide to follow everybody else.
Okay. Well, if nobody has any other business in here, we'll say that as you all walk out of the warehouse, you see your truck, everyone's vehicles are parked in a very like odd kind of filed up place. You assume this is where Alex like parked all of them to keep them further back. But as you approach the truck, you see that Mallory is still passed out, peddling a bottle of termite ale. And unless anyone has anything specific, we'll do the rest and then get back on the road for travel.
On the road again. Just can't wait to get on the road again. I figured I'd move us off of that map in case you wanted to delete it.
Oh yeah, thank you. I did want to do it.
Fucking didgeridoo.
Alright.
God damn.
I was listening to it
No,
too.
I love that shit.
I was sitting there thinking, all right, Crocodile Dundee's already on my head, on my mind.
This is
Just make it
perfect
worse.
music for this situation.
It is.
Move Harvest 2
We're
up.
sitting outside waiting.
Out here in the Yungle.
The Jungle.
I'm gonna grab a drink really quick.
Okay. Is there any, so is anything that anybody wants to do while you're resting? Just downtime wise? Oh, we have a second?
I'm going to, I don't know, lick my wounds, heal myself if I can.
No, yeah.
Ability to do that.
Seraphim's
I was
just
about to
sitting in
say,
the
like-
truck polishing his shotgun, cleaning it up because it hasn't been touched in a while.
Well, if we're taking a short rest, you get to roll your hit dice anyway.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, don't worry about using any abilities to heal. Like, you guys are resting to, like, heal up
Yeah.
and stuff before you head back out.
Nice.
And that also depends on whether or not we're going to do the 1 hour long rest or just the 1 hour short rest thing.
Oh no, we're doing 1 hour long rest. So, like, you guys are taking a full long rest to recuperate if you're taking the full hour once you get out.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So yeah,
Cool, so I can reset my spell slots.
yeah, everybody recoup, regenerate, and just let me know when you guys are done, like, with the resting period, so we can, like, figure stuff out before we hit the road.
Once my sight returns, I'm gonna find the nearest tree that like will fall downhill and let out my frustration a little bit with the left arm, and I'm just gonna hit it until it falls over, and then go back to my hover bike. She's fuming. She's not happy.
As you're punching the tree, make a strength roll for me. Just roll plus strength.
25.
Oh my
Natural
god.
20.
Oh my
No,
god!
now,
Yeah.
now you get a nat 20.
Perfect.
How many
course.
punches does it take to bring this tree down? You tell
How
me.
many licks
Uh,
does it take to get to the center of the Tootsie Pop?
I think like maybe 4 of like a good chunk, a good solid tree.
I was about to say, yeah, no, it's a pretty good sized tree. Are you punching it like swiftly, or are you punching it, taking a breather, punching it, taking a breather?
Oh, it's
punching
back
it?
to back. It's just burn, 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 burn.
As
Yeah,
the
she's letting it out.
like, splinters and crackles and falls over. As you begin to walk away, Alex makes his way up to you and starts kind of walking alongside you. And he's just like, I know that feeling.
I don't like magic. It makes me frustrated.
Me too. He says that as he looks at like his left hand, and as like small, faint little shimmers of light kind of pass around it. He's like, magic changes a lot. I'm not a fan of it either. And he just continues to walk with you. He doesn't say much.
Well, an oppressive force of government using divine right-based magic to oppress your planet will certainly make you dislike it.
Indeed it will.
By the way, during that rest, I pick up about 5 little stones, maybe a pound each.
Okay.
Stick them in my pocket or in my bag.
Alright. Is there anything else that anybody wants to do before traveling?
So I think I'm ready.
Alright, well. After that hour, as you all are kind of like finishing packing up and getting your camps loaded back in and getting everything settled and ready, Mallory stumbles out of the back of the truck, holding her head and kicking a bottle out into like the jungle brush.
With a metal thing
Jesus.
wrapped around her torso. Spider's still there. Armor bot. Which means I'm riding in the truck until I take that off of her, by the way.
Okay. But she's kind of just slowly stumbling over to the group. Moving very slow. Trying to use as much of the jungle cover as she can so the sunlight doesn't hit her.
Hangover.
Relatable.
And as she walks, yeah, she doesn't really say anything. She just kind of walks up to you all and just says, "You going? Are we going to Green Cove? Where are we? I need to travel with someone, anyone. I can't make it through this jungle alone." She says as she like holds her head and begins to kind of slowly rub her temples.
Feeling better, are we?
Relatively speaking.
Are you more calm?
Exactly.
Physically,
get you to a
may
safe
be feeling
place.
like shit.
Would you be safe in Green Cove?
We do have one more stop before we go to Green Cove, though.
Where are you going?
We still have that other spot on the map. This is just the first one.
The 3
she's
question
like, "Wait,
marks.
where are you talking about? Wait, what?" And does someone
This-
show her the map?
Yeah, this is not the place
So,
she
yeah, like-
came from.
As
She pointed
as
a
you
spot
say
on the
that,
map.
her, yeah, the as you show her that you're going to this place, she goes pale. She's like, "You can't go there. I'm not going there."
You can always stay in the vehicles. Alex is a fine time-passing companion when sitting and waiting.
Oh,
As you say that, he's leaning against the truck and he kind of gives you a small little like salute and a grin, Serena.
Yeah, other than traveling with us, your options are very limited. It's either come, or we dump your ass to the road.
yeah, that's pretty much it. Since you piqued the interest of our little curious one over here, and I look over at Serena.
I don't like not knowing things.
Isn't it? I'm not trying to pique your interest. She says it like with a very noticeably more like not like stern but serious tone.
You know what,
I'm trying
guys?
to warn you.
Can I do an intimidation check?
You're gonna intimidate this poor woman?
Yes.
I would have said it. Something, yeah.
Let's say
Go
you
for it.
can if you want.
All right. So basically,
You wanna?
I walk up to her and Maxon's very fucking frustrated, like really frustrated. You can see it on his face, and he gets right in her face, and she's like, "You got two options. You either come with us, or we drop your ass off here right now. You don't become our problem after this. So make your decision right now."
I agree with him.
8 plus 5.
13.
Plus proficiency, right?
Well, if you're
Are you
proficient in the
proficient
skill,
in intimidation?
it would just because if you're not proficient in intimidation, it would just be your charisma modifier.
Proficiencies, intimidation, acrobatics. Yep.
Okay, cool. I just want to make sure. So yeah. So with
That
the
makes it-
13,
Bring it up to a 16.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah,
yeah, with
8
my
plus 5 is 13, and then plus another 3 is 16.
with the 16, she backs down and she just gets quiet and just gets in the back of the car, doesn't look at anybody, but she is ghost pale.
I grab her arm before she finishes walking away. What my associates here are saying with the verbal acuity of a crowbar is it would probably be a good idea to go with us. Minus the threats. Go, rest, drink some water.
Rather safe.
Also, if you
As you
are reacting like that, I would like to ask you why.
We can ask that later. Let her rest.
Oh no, it would be later on the trip up that way. I'm gonna be in the truck with her.
as you kind of loosen your grip and let her go, she just sighs, takes a breath for a second, and she's like, "If you want to go there and get yourselves killed, fine by me. Just let me sit in the vehicle far away." And then she just walks to the truck, sits down, and doesn't say anything.
Melody.
I would say that, but not about her. Certainly. We could do with less intimidation of harmless scientists who stumbled out of the jungle. Wouldn't you say? Are we all
She's
feeling a
scary
bit on
enough
edge
as it
today?
is.
Okay, I'm not ruining the the immersion, am I?
No, I'm rolling with it.
Okay,
No, this
asking.
was just be what our characters would probably say to yours. at the
Serena
time.
is scolding you
Yeah,
guys
Okay,
for
good. I'm
being,
asking
This is
because
the
like,
immersion.
I'm asking because like I don't want to do something and then you guys have to like think of something right on the thought because I have that kind of paranoia. So,
This is real
So
good, man.
I want to say that I look to like just immediately turn around and look to Serena, and like I'm not gonna try to intimidate Serena either, but I'm kind of just right in front of Serena, and I'm like, unless you got some other way, I'm all ears.
as that happens, Alex walks up and kind of places himself not in between you two, but like adjacent to you two, and places a hand on your shoulder, Max, and he says, "We're all just trying to say, poor woman's been through a lot. We don't need to scare her anymore. And we definitely don't need to try and sit here and fight each other."
What he's trying to say, but is failing to share, is that it's hot, it is humid, we are in the jungle, we just finished a fight that was quite frustrating. So, I will make a suggestion. Let's go. Yes?
Yes.
Agreed.
Fine with me. I'm tired of all this yapping anyway. So
I'll
if gets
just
to the truck.
wordlessly turn, get in the hover bike.
All right. Love this workplace tension.
Oh, it's fitting. We're in the jungle, man. It's hot and humid as
Oh
fuck.
yeah, I was about to say, like,
I absolutely was not going to contest anybody being like overly aggressive. It's hot as fuck and it's humid.
It's hot. It's humid. I want to go home.
My legs stick together every time I take a step.
All right. Well, if someone would like to move us, move your half square, and this will be our movement for the day. Since you guys only moved half here, this will be the rest of your movement for like the day. So you'll have to like camp for the night after this.
Up here?
Yeah, it's like a.
Yeah, 'cause this is where the one was, and then the other one was over here.
Yeah, and then the final place that was marked on your map was like over here behind Green
Above
Cove, in
Green
between.
Cove.
Yeah, it's like on the outskirts of town.
Ooh.
Yeah, if someone would like to move the truck, well, the mini caravan, I guess I should say.
Horseless carriage, if you will.
I was saying, in case anybody was wondering, that intimidation thing is in character for him, because I don't know if there's a word for it, but he's like the type of person that threatens somebody with a gun, but then find out that it was never loaded to begin with.
A bluff? A bullshitter? That's what that word is?
Basically, yeah.
Yep.
Okay, don't. Okay.
You might not reveal too much.
I'm putting it up there. Everyone just focus on the map for now.
Oh no,
I'll
I'm
let you
zoomed
know
in. I don't see anything off of that. If you hadn't said nothing, I wouldn't even know.
No, I'm zoomed in. I have no idea what you're talking about.
I'll let you know when to transition over. But as you're driving, you guys are getting right up to the edge of the Slaglands, right where the jungle borders it. And as you approach, like maybe 5 miles out, you're stopped by a caravan of Green Coat bandits. And
Oh boy.
who greets
the same
them
bandits
as you
we
pull
already
up?
paid off.
I will
It's the
stop
same group, different bandits.
at the back.
Okay,
Just in
stopping at the
case.
back. With I feel like Alex is the only one that would be able to, because he's the only other one driving. Everyone else is in the back.
So if nobody else gets out, I will reluctantly.
At the front. Yeah, he's just like sitting up, looking at him. We've already
need me-
saved these
I could
fools.
go,
Why are we being stopped a second time?
I could go with him. If things go left, I can definitely cause a few disturbances for them.
I would have stayed in the truck. Seeing me for the
Yeah.
first time is usually a bad thing, and I have low charisma.
He knocks. The bandit knocks on the window of Alex's truck, and he drops the window down. And the bandit just kind of looks at Alex and Seraphim, sticks his head back out and looks back at Serena's vehicle. And then, oh wait, Maxon has a vehicle too. So it would
Wait,
be.
he fixed that. Wait, he fixed the fighter. It can actually move now.
I got it hovering, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a hover car.
It is a hoverable mount. But yeah, so he looks out at your little micro caravan, sticks his head back in the window, and he's like, "You got a right of passage? Did you pay the toll? Trying to make sure nobody's running around in our jungle." And as he says that, Alex looks over and he grabs the marked stone that they gave you guys as you came in. He presents it. Bandit looks at it. Looks it over for way too long. Like he's obviously just trying to like be an asshole and hold you guys up. Then he finally hands it back and he says, "All right, happy trails." And then just kind of walks back over to his campfire. And then,
Can I insight check whether he's gonna try to fuck with us later?
sure, roll plus insight.
Random thought, because the way he stared at it for a little bit too long. Damn it, fell off the table. That's a lot better than I
You
thought
can't
it was.
trust anybody out here, especially in the desert.
I rolled a natural 19 plus 2, so 21.
This guy lives for fucking with the people on this road. He's definitely gonna give you shit again.
Oh boy.
Like, you can read it on his face. He probably does this like 20 times a day. Holding up people on this road is probably the one joy in his life.
Fucking Seraphim waits till Alexander rolls up the window again, just fucking dickhead.
I
Yeah,
just stare at him.
Couldn't agree more.
They make it very tempting to just want to blow their fucking heads off.
If we stay near them or they stay near us, he's gonna continue to fuck with us.
Get us the fuck out of here.
With pleasure. And Alex just begins to move on out.
As we start to
And,
roll, I'll just radio fuzz poster boy.
After a moment, Alex grabs the radio and goes, "Yes?
Any trouble?
Not enough to be worried about."
Well, you know me. I'm always worried.
Make sure they don't follow us, you hear me?
And I will, I'm gonna make a little lazy trail. I'm gonna go about 2/3 speed of the caravan and just kind of drift back for a little while.
Okay. As, now that you guys have passed that little, blip, you get closer to the slaglands, but you start to notice this dark, ominous pillar of smoke. It's begun to rise in the direction you're going.
Can I pull my sniper out and sit on the roof and look down at the scope and try to see what I can see? Or
roll perception.
possibly pop Seraphim and have him do it?
Yeah.
I'll roll
Yes.
or give him advantage or
Well,
something.
Say,
Give him help
Seraphim will stand up and look through the top hatch.
Okay. Yeah, roll perception at advantage since he's gonna help.
I'm gonna spot for him.
First roll is a 7. Second roll is an 18, 28.
Nice.
You see what looks like a large metal smokestack, billowing smoke, and what seems to be multiple large fires, kind of localized in a spot that is burned away, but not because of the slag land. It looks like this was like specifically burned away with fire recently.
Somebody's lighting up. It's hard to tell what for, but something has definitely been burned recently.
Well, shit.
Give me one moment.
So if it wasn't obvious before, we're definitely going to be running into trouble.
Most definitely.
We just
Can
have to
I,
show
like,
them why
sniff
trouble's going to
the
them.
air and see if there's like anything that smells strange.
Make a perception roll.
That is a good idea.
smells like fire.
Oh, yes, I see the floor is made of floor.
It smells like hot. I know this place fucking sucks.
It smells like 72 degrees.
That is a dirty 20.
Nice.
You smell.
VO.
I was about to
We're
say
in
you
a
smell.
jungle.
You smell. You start to smell the jungle. You smell just random things, and then you just smell fire, burning flesh, burning hair.
Oh.
That's not nice.
Like you're used to some pretty awful smells. Stone. This almost makes your stomach turn once you really smell it. Like there's just this stench of just rot and decay and just fire.
I look at the party and I say, I smell death in the air. I would rather not explain exactly what it is.
Once I catch up, I'll suggest, maybe we should pull the vehicles off the road. Off to the side before we get there.
Is there any
Alex
kind of
grabs
cover
the radio.
between us and there?
Say again?
There are some rocks that you could park behind to
Get closer without having to run 3 miles?
I like the idea of being hidden from anything coming up from behind us, and also not parking near whatever this is. And I have a few queries for our new scientist friend.
On the trip, I probably would have tried to get her to open up and tried to ask her while traveling what happened, if possible. Or what she remembers.
Okay, so are you wanting to do that? So you're wanting to do that now? We'll say that as you...
That would be
guys,
as we were traveling from where she woke up and got intimidated back into the truck. I'm in the truck with her after that, somewhere in between
Roll
there.
persuasion.
I'd be able to get her to talk and be nice about it, not
Roll persuasion for me then.
plus.
I want to say that
Fuck.
all the time that he spent.
I got an 11.
Oh, nice.
She doesn't really say much. She's kind of just sitting in the truck, being quiet. In her head, she's gotten the message. She's just gonna shut
Sit
up
down
and
and
let you guys
shut
take her to town. Like, yeah, she's not really talking to anybody.
She's blocked herself off now.
Once we park, I'll wander over and just kind of silently open the door and then just step back and wait. Her door specifically.
She sees you open it. She's kind of sticks her head out for a moment and sees where she is, where the caravan is parked, and she says, "I'm not getting out."
You should stretch your legs. After that, questions. After that, truck. Until we return.
Okay. She slowly stands up and gets out.
Now start at the beginning. You left the bunker to come to that.
Yes, I was part of a survey group from Bunker B. We were sent here because we had superior seismic measuring data to Bunker A. There had been many disturbances in the area, and we were trying to figure out what was causing them. When my team and I arrived, we found that object, and almost immediately we were attacked. I
Do you have any description?
By what? Fire. And screaming, metallic screeching, clanging. And my
Would that sound familiar at all?
screams. Yes. It would sound familiar to one specific moment that you would remember, Serena. That time you went snooping around a dwarven geothermal vent.
Get back in the truck.
Because you would know.
And I'll
Without
motion
saying
Alex
anything,
to come
she
out
just
to us.
Scrambles back into the truck.
And it's
closes the door on the
stiff and
front,
abrupt
walks
movement
over.
as well. Noticeably tenser behavior. Including
kind of
everybody as well, motioning everybody together.
hurriedly jogs over.
It's a bit more terse than my usual manner. And as we circle up, I'll kind of squat down for a second. I'm gonna gather my thoughts. Well, you wanted to kill some dwarves.
As you say that, Alex's face just drops into just no emotion whatsoever.
That's if they're still here.
And he doesn't say anything. Is everyone ready? He says after a moment of silence.
This just turned interesting.
We move in now.
By the way, Maxon, reset your rhythm.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That wasn't me
I'll
yelling
try-
at you guys, by the way. That was me being in character.
I will lead the front this time.
Yes, I agree. That's a good idea. You should take point.
Well, I have my reasons. I'll see if I can try to... And he says this in perfect dwarvish. Persuade them.
I have no idea what that means.
Oh.
But I'm gonna take your word for it, whatever that
I was
word
about
was.
to say. As you say that, Seraphim,
Point of note, I speak about
Alex.
17 languages, and most of them, actually all of them, aren't anything from this planet except for one.
but when those words leave your mouth, Seraphim, Alex just cuts and looks at you for just a split second, and then just looks back to the group. Alright, well, if that is everything, if you would like to, go on up to the top right of the owl bear, to the lovely map. And if you would please place all of your characters in an arrangement of your choice right here.
Well, yeah.
Oh shit.
Since she stayed back in the vehicle, I took my bot and I probably transformed it knowing the armor wasn't going to do us any good while in the trip, by the way. So it would have been a rest type of thing. So I've got an assault and an agent bot. And it's a little spider bot.
Okay.
I took away pieces of the big one, so I've got a little spider that fits in my hand that I can send forward. And I'm telling this to the group right now as we get to here. I can send the spider forward up to 100 feet and see from it.
I like this. We should make use of it. You follow behind Seraphim. Who Who else is taking what other spots? I can be stealthy, but this isn't my area of expertise.
I can be behind anybody. I won't be able to see while using the spider. I will be holding somebody's arm and following.
Alex is just standing there breathing heavily, just staring out, not saying anything.
But it's small and can go up, possibly go up walls. So I should be able to get us a look around without too much danger.
Well, are you guys going to send a drone forward, or do you want to make a perception check just from where you are right now?
I would like to make a perception check right here to see if I see somebody or something.
Okay. Roll that for me then.
Oh, hell yeah. 29.
I'm gonna pull the
From
same
what you
maneuver
can
and
see right
stay a bit of a distance back from the group, and just I'll take up the rear of the. I'll be the caboose, but I'm distinctly not necessarily trying to keep up. I'm kind of lagging behind a little bit, taking an eye, looking around.
Well, from your perception roll, Seraphim, you don't see anybody or anything moving around at the moment, but you do notice bodies. A gigantic pile of bodies right here in the center of whatever this machine is. And you see this walkway leading up to it, and then the crates here just holding you just random human parts, animal parts, random plant matter, wood, anything organic that will burn seems to be brought here or something, and just thrown into this giant crucible-like object.
I'm gonna try. Seraphim looks to everybody. Currently, I do not see anybody, but let me go forward.
Before you
I'm sure
do,
I can move around without them noticing me, just in case.
I was thinking of sending my little agent bot up this wall to be above here, or is this the ceiling?
Oh no, this is an open area.
Okay, yeah. I was thinking of sending my little agent bot up here to get a bird's eye view of the area. So
You get your bird's eye view, but I prefer to be moving.
I
Smell
need to
really
hold on to
bad.
somebody while I'm doing this.
Stone, I feel really bad for what you're smelling right now, bro.
No kid.
Once I bump into whoever's the next person in line, I'll kind of look around and say, "What do we have?" Which I'm
Shall I
guessing
make
is
a
maybe
perception
Stone. I don't know who's. I don't know who's the last.
See what my guy sees from up there.
Make a perception roll.
I'm gonna magnetize and put the rifle back on my back.
20.
Oh my god,
Nice.
very nice.
Which is good because I'm not good at perception, and if I'm not mistaken, he doesn't get any bonuses
You're
if I use his stats.
You still don't see anybody, but from this vantage point, you can see that not only is this machine seemingly burning organic matter for energy, it also seems to be converting some of it and essentially funneling it underground. You just see it being kind of, whatever isn't being burned for power is being
Shipped somewhere else through pipes.
pumped somewhere else. That just that raw organic material.
It's just another way of fossilized fuel.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and leave him up there, and I'm gonna come back to my own senses and be around here somewhere for the moment.
I'm gonna get Stone's attention. I'm gonna say, Stone,
With
gonna point
arcane
up.
weapon.
I'm gonna point up the cliff, and then get ready to run at Stone.
Oh hell yeah!
Does Stone understand?
Does Stone understand? Hold on, I was not paying attention for a second. Okay, what?
I said when I step up to the back of the group, I'll kind of look around and it's like, what have we found? And then after, if I get filled in or not or whatever's going on, I point up at the top of the cliff and I look at you and then I like get in a position to like run at you.
I nod.
And I'll run and try to time it properly to get launched up to the top of the cliff there.
I nod and I get in position to, like, with my hands, to step off my hands and launch you up.
You know what? Don't roll. You guys can pull it off. You're not like in any like immediate danger. So.
Okay.
Nice.
How high do you think I would be able to get again?
I would say with how you are, and then with Stone, I would say you could probably get a good like.
Because since the thing is up there, I was trying to get up on this cliff here. I know it's a little bit out of frame, but it felt right since we have a vantage point over there already.
I would say at most that's like 20, and I think you would be able to get at least 20 to 30, maybe 40, with you jumping and Stone like giving you a boost. So.
Okay, and I'll kind of work my way around, and I'll get up to. I think I'll kind of shimmy around over to here, and I'm gonna get prone and just pull out Widow's Whisper and just kind of survey and watch, wait.
Yeah, I was trying to get to here stealthily, so I can peek around and see over here.
Quick question.
Yeah, what's up?
Off of that perception check, would I have been able to see little like stones anywhere in like a 60-foot radius of my spider?
What do you
little
mean stones?
Little rocks, 1 to 5 pounds.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
Okay, just checking.
I was about to say, like, this area has been like torched by fire and crushed by machinery. Like, there's gravel and rocks all around.
All right. I'm gonna. Are we setting up for whatever the hell is gonna happen down here then?
I'm just keeping an eye. I don't know what to. I'm not expecting anything. I'm just getting to where I can see everything.
You guys have both. You guys have both rolled insanely high perception rolls, and there's
nothing
like, unless something
except for moving machinery
materializes. Yeah, like from what you can see, this seems to be running semi-autonomously. At least to some extent, it is running autonomously. Whatever it is.
Well, just in case, since I'm not an investigation kind of fellow, I'm gonna take my time real quick and slowly climb up here next to my bot, and I'm gonna lay down with my sniper rifle as overwatch of this whole area at the moment, and be ready to move if I need to. Okay. And keep my dog down because my cat's down. Cat can do some stuff.
What does Stone and Maxon do?
While moving my spider slowly this direction.
I wanna break off. Can I do that?
Okay, go for it. Yeah. Just are you going? Where are you going specifically?
Before I left, I may have asked Stone, "Hey, do you want to carry a cat around for a little bit?"
I'll go right here.
Yeah, you can go there.
I just like hold out my hands to carry cat.
Oh no, the cat will. If you say yes, the cat will just crawl up the side of you and just curl around your neck.
I just nod then.
But yeah, because you've got better mobility than the cat does. Cat can only go like 25, 30 feet, if I'm not mistaken.
Nice.
It's so nice. I'm so glad
can
it's here. Good kitty. Ow.
Attack. Hey, this is Stone Skin Fellow, so he's not feeling shit.
Yeah, no, I can't feel a thing that that cat is doing.
Listen, all living beings feel cat's claws when they crawl up you.
When they lick you,
I
it feels
own
like
two
sandpaper.
cats, so I would know.
I
Sharp,
dare
whenever you
the
catch-
gods to defy cat claws climbing up them.
Whenever your cat tries to lick you and it just feels like sandpaper.
I didn't realize cats had adamantine weapons.
That's great.
Sometimes
Bypass
the
magical
younger,
resistance.
the worse. It's a nice box.
Just like snakes.
Okay.
The younger, the worse.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
might want to rinse it out if you're just gonna leave it on the counter.
But yeah, Stone, do you move up to
Actually,
a spot
rinse it
with
out
the rest
anyway.
of the group?
Yeah. I might
Okay.
as
Yeah,
well.
just you can place him just somewhere, wherever. Yeah, just about right there is good.
Yeah.
And then we are going to move. Alex is going to move up with you guys, and he's going to go about right here.
Alright, I'm gonna circle
Alright,
the wall
as-
and kind of come around slowly. Just kind of
Let's say.
after watching for a moment, I kind of get up and then I start to just slowly pace around.
Seraphim's gonna creep up here.
As you get up there, make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Oh yeah, I think that's okay. Great. 8 total.
The second you step up here, Seraphim, the smell hits you and you vomit, just like on the spot.
Oh.
There's
Is it
just like
Is it the smell of
the
burnt
smell of
flesh?
the smell of
Flesh,
burnt
blood,
burnt
bones,
flesh,
hair,
bones,
fat.
and then what seems to be machinery oil, because it's not just flames. There also seem to be grinders somewhere at the bottom of this body pit that seems to be helping further process these corpses. But the smell is horrendous.
What would need to be rolled to basically be like resistant to the smell? Like you're just used to it.
On.
Con?
It would be a Constitution
And it'd
saving
be
throw.
probably
yeah.
every turn, honestly, if it's that bad.
Just you know.
Or every other turn, something like that.
Okay, never mind then. I was gonna try to make the
Well,
argument
but yeah.
that like Yeah.
Seraphim wipes his mouth and he's just. I've smelt all this before, but I'm not the one who's used to it.
There's just something about, like, it smells like this machine has just been sitting here, chopping up and burning bodies for at least like decades. It feels like it is just it's just this stale stench of death hanging in the air.
Over our
What
little
else does-
shortwave
what does
radio, I
everybody
would have
else
said, "Hey, does we have any explosives we can throw at this thing and then just leave?"
I was thinking the same thing.
So can I make a perception check to
explosives
see if
back in
there's
the
a way
car.
to just shut it off?
I don't want to shut it off. They can turn it back on.
There are no switches or any kind of mechanisms on this machine.
So I kind of figured.
So we either
In fact, with you having such a high perception, Seraphim, you notice that this machine looks like it shot out of the ground itself.
Oh, that's bad.
Oh,
Mm.
shit.
Yeah, like it looks like it burst out from below the ground instead of being built.
we could either find means to detonate it, or tell these Green Cove bandits that there's something unnatural and metallic and overtaking of nature happening up here. I'm sure they wouldn't be pleased. Tell them to bomb it, mortar it, artillery.
How long after we saw those bandits did we see the cloud? Or was it when we right after it.
I was about to say, like, you were able to see a column of smoke, but it didn't really look like much until you got closer and you saw, like,
So
how
we saw the column and figured out what more likely was after we met them. Gotcha. Just checking.
Let them
So they
know
didn't
what's
see
up
it.
here. Tell them of the unnatural things not of the green and the growing.
So,
And I'm sure they'd be glad to bomb this place into oblivion and then keep bombing it. Because I think that's what it might take.
Bomb them, keep bombing them, bomb them again.
As you all are deliberating, Seraphim, you notice that this machine has some. It doesn't have any mechanisms or anything, but it does have Dwarven script on it.
Oh, cool. I read that for sure.
It says, "Joy be the second coming. May we fuel the glorious rebirth of the planet for our glorious retaking. Long live King Grimnarok."
Well, that's a pain in the ass.
So would everybody know that?
If Seraphim shared what he read, but that's in Dwarven, and the Dwarven is basically a dead language. It looks like chicken scratch to most other folks.
Can I roll history to see if I know who Grimnarok is?
Yes.
If he would have said that out loud, I probably would have tried to see if I could figure out anything too.
Yeah, Seraphim would have read it out loud.
I'm gonna make my way back towards the entrance, bit by bit. Still pacing slowly, just kind of
awesome.
walking.
2 minus 1.
Well, I did noticeably better than that. Guess what?
Nat 20.
Yes.
Jesus, what a stark reality we live in.
This is my dragon die. My dragon eye die.
It's weighted.
It loves me tonight.
After all those ones, something has to.
And that's +7, so that's 27.
So okay, so just to simplify it, they are basically burning corpses to bring someone back.
I would say that burning is oversimplifying it. They're procedurally deconstructing them and then burning the pieces.
They're deconstructing them and burning half of it and sending the other processed half somewhere. But with that,
they're burning half of it for fuel to move the other half underground.
Exactly. But
Okay. So
what's up?
I wanted to try something, but it might seem a little bit outlandish, kind of crazy.
Close for outlandish.
Here, 1 second. Give me 1 second because I have to do his history check. With such a high history check, Raziel, you recognize the name Grimnarok?
One of the books I found in the waste while
from
traveling.
a book of Dwarven royalty. He was the Dwarven king before the war, and he was an evil motherfucker, to put it simplest. His philosophy was,
So in short, he's probably the whole
Last
reason
of-
this world went to shit.
yes, he was probably the main force behind it.
He was the BBEG.
He is
He dropped the bombs on the planet. He brought me here. This motherfucker, I probably would have researched anyway.
you wouldn't like you. The
Found in a
researching it
random
would have
book.
just shown you that it
wouldn't have done
was.
nothing.
Yeah. Well, it would have been just all the horrible things he had done. Like this guy just had this guy did war crimes for like breakfast. Like he was a
Geneva
scary
Convention?
person.
Don't you mean Geneva Suggestion?
But yeah.
It's funny for people who get
Aside from Colton
As-
gets that reference.
As
that's
as
hilarious, that's true.
Raziel is relaying this information, Serena, you hear a weird clicking noise from Sato. like a mechanical clicking almost.
I'm gonna back further into the cave. No, it's not a cave. It's just a very
Like-
topographically interesting area, right?
Yeah, like almost like a canyon, a small canyon.
We're in a
Almost.
bowl.
I'm gonna back further down the canyon entrance and what?
He doesn't respond. It's just almost like static.
Sato's acting weird. I don't like this. Do we have what we need?
So
I was about to say, were you talking to us?
Yeah, I'm talking to you guys. This is, if you notice, this is just shorthand for the radioing. But
I didn't zoom yours in like I normally do.
Sato's acting strange. I
Has
don't
he
like
ever
this
done
place.
something similar before?
DM, has he yet? Is this the first time?
Isn't that the clicking noise he gave when we were close to that last event?
yes, it is. It's the same strange clicking noise he gave off when near the vent.
So you would have heard that at least once. So, could that mean something's getting closer to us? Is it increasing in frequency, or is it staying steady?
It's
I kind of listen to Sato for a second. It's constant.
Constant static tick with what sounds like an underlying of what could be murmuring, but it's so quiet it's hard to make out.
I'm gonna pull up the display on
Recorded
my
at
arm,
table.
and I'm gonna try. Is there any way that I can try and like isolate and fuck with this signal to try and clarify it?
You try, but Sato doesn't. There's no display. Nothing comes on.
Shit. I'm dark. Be very, very careful. I suggest not staying for much longer. If we're gonna stay, we need to get together.
It would appear we've seen what we need to see.
As you walk down Seraphim,
Xander?
you notice that Alex is just staring into the crucible.
More on them later, Alex. Let's move. Shift your ass.
Let's go, poster boy.
Without saying anything, he
They're bringing
begins
back
to
my
walk.
fighter to me.
Yeah, I'm just kind of tucked into like a corner of the wall in this little cavern. It's just, so I imagine some of you, as you walk up, all you see is like just two blue lights in the dark. As I'm just waiting,
Before
listening
I
to the
start
clicking.
moving, do I see anything vulnerable on this machine that I think my big ass round might do damage to or not? If not, then I'm gonna get down. If so, I'm debating on hitting it before I get going.
You could take a shot, but it does look like it's thick metal, like
Ancient, hardy, so I wouldn't even worry about it then.
Mhm.
I would
Like it
come
looks
back
like
down
it
then.
was forged from the center of the earth.
I'll wait to, I'm gonna grab Raziel and then let everybody file past me. And I'll say, those bots of yours, they're to you in some kind of magical way. You can resummon them at great distances.
Yes, I can do that, but I can't feel what's going on with them
You
after
can
a
see.
certain distance. But not after a certain distance, only up to 100 feet.
Let's get 99 feet away then. And I'll do just that. I'll like kind of shift down the hall. Could you leave one back?
Okay.
Watch it for a moment. I want to see if anything changes.
I will leave that up here then.
If we see one of those bastards,
Probably up here on this cliff then.
Probably a
if
good
we're
idea to
headed
just
that
leave for
direction.
now.
And now head that way. With given instructions that if something happens, start heading.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay
Back
with you
towards me.
at that 99 feet mark and just kind of wait with you. And just keep an eye.
What is everyone else doing? Are you traveling with Serena and Raziel? Just moving back away so you guys can spy on this area?
Before Seraphim goes with them, I would like to make one last perception check, but this time I'm trying to just listen for anything other than the machine going
And then,
around.
was there something you wanted to do, Maxon?
While everybody else is discussing what they're gonna do, if anybody has looked in Maxon's direction at all, he is very, like, hyper-fixated on this machine that we're looking at. He has not taken his eyes off of it even a bit. And it also looks like he's about to crash out.
We need to get a
Mainly
move on. Things are about to get weird, I think.
Because this is starting to give him very, very severe flashbacks.
Oh, cool. 28 perception.
Perception?
So you said that perception was for, like, listening, specifically?
Yeah. Trying to just hear. See if I hear anything off.
The only thing you hear is the crunching and burning of the machine.
And with that, you probably hear the tick, tick, tick coming from Serena.
Well, Stato normally, most of the time I feel like he's only talking through Serena's helmet, so I feel like that's not very audible.
Yeah, that is true.
But, okay. So, yeah, is everybody moving back with Serena and Raziel? Or
Seraphim,
are we doing something else?
Seraphim starts going that way, but looks at Max and says, Wander, let's go. Stop looking at the damn machine.
Should I come with you guys, or like?
Yeah, we're trying to pull out to see if anything's about to happen. We don't want to be in the middle of that if somebody shows back up.
All right.
We're gonna leave one of my bots and we're gonna get back up a bit, hide in a little hole and keep an eye out.
Kind of just see.
We're doing a
snap
stakeout.
out of it.
I'm gonna have Widow's Whisper up, and I'm gonna be, like, instinctively looking at my arm, but nothing's popping up, and I'm gonna, like, as some of you walk by, I'm like, does anyone have a clock? A watch, something?
I do. Maxon speaks up.
Or I just, like, hold my hand out.
Gimme.
I'll give it back.
He just rips it off and puts it in his hand, but he's still kind of shaking a little bit, but he knows.
I'm gonna just put it on my middle arm, and then just kind of, like, hold my arm on the rifle and just kind of watch the time. Just keep an eye.
Okay. So,
From back, then we're all gonna be probably
As-
technically over here.
as you all are sitting there, stakeout wise, where is the bot sitting?
Currently right here. That way we could get 100 feet away and it got an overwatch of fire.
Okay.
Maybe better to stick it on here and
It
say
ain't
that we
HD, but
basically
he
went
can
to
see the
other side
whole
of hill.
room.
And then we basically just went around back of the hill.
Okay. Well, you don't see too much. For a while, you see that there are a few vultures that decided to land on top of the pile and help themselves. The sun kind of went down. Some small nocturnal creatures kind of move through at dusk. Then just a little bit after midnight, is when
Which I probably would have taken my 4-hour nap at some point through there. Or getting prepped to or something.
they're just a little bit after dusk. 2 figures made their way from this. Wait, hold on. Yeah, from this walkway over here. And they walked around and walked over to here. And then after a moment, one of them walked here. And one came up the walkway, began to look, kind of just began to observe Crucible.
Yes, and I saw them, I would have immediately woke up everybody up. I would have come back to my body long enough to say, hey, we have incoming. There's something happening. Wake up. And then I would have swapped back. My senses are dull to what's around me physically while I'm watching through the bot, but I can still talk and tell y'all what's going on as I see it.
Well, when you came back, their positions had changed.
I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna grab Seraphim. Wordless. I'm just gonna start doing that, checking the time constantly.
I was already awake.
You guys see me like it's like maybe every 6 seconds I'm checking the time. It's like very habitual. Like I keep checking it, and I'm going to try and stealth at least into the entrance cavern.
Serpent's gonna do the same.
Okay, as you guys get there, you see there are a lot more than Seraphim originally said. Seems that more have shown up.
We was moving. I probably would have attached myself to somebody that was headed that direction and slowly followed them while still watching and overwatch what's going on.
Yeah, well, as you were being led, you would just see so many dwarves.
And I would have been relaying that through my radio.
Are you trying to look?
We have a lot of incoming.
I specifically want to try and see, like, if they're patrolling or if they're doing something.
Okay, well, you guys are up above, so they can't, like, see you specifically, so just make a perception check for me.
Okay. That is a 19.
It seems that they are patrolling and walking a suspiciously eerie pattern to the one that you guys walked through hours earlier. Almost like they're following your path, but they seem to just be patrolling now. They seem to just be searching this local area and patrolling and checking to see if there's any maintenance that needs to be done to the machines.
In other words, they
occasionally
know something was there.
And occasionally when they walk past each other, they stop and it's like they conversate with each other, but it's like listening to static coming from 2 different points. It's like garbled, crunchy, raspy sounding.
What a time to lose, Sato.
Is Seraphim able to understand anything they're saying?
No. This is not Dwarvish as you know it. This is something else.
Are their movements artificial, or are they of free will?
Do they look like they're moving smoothly or are they jerky?
Mm-hmm.
And that's a question personally for me anyway. If I need to roll for it.
They are.
I'm also looking for the same thing.
they move like robots, but they seem to have their own free will.
The intention behind it is that of
They,
a conscious creature.
but I will say that where most robots in Uramos are very kind of like slow and clanky, these move like how a skeleton should. You know what I mean?
They've got the fluidity of a skeleton, but they're still robots. We can tell that.
But they are still very like squat. They are robots, but they are still of dwarven height and build. They're
Yeah,
very
they're still
stocky,
dwarven make them model. It's the dwarf model.
But you do
All
notice
the rage.
the longer you look, you keep catching their red eyes as they look around and patrol. They shine through the night.
They can see in the dark without any issues. They can tell we've been here. They don't know what we did. They don't know where we're at the moment.
I'm gonna keep watching for a while and just watch them, watch their movements, watch what they do. Try and gauge anything and absolutely everything that I can.
While this is going on, I'm gonna have to come up, try and sneak up behind here. Do I need to make a roll? Hell, I want to try and come up over the back and kind of crawl up here.
Oh, if you're coming up that high next to this, you will have to make a roll because this is very bright.
Oh, never mind then. If that's that bright, then I probably wouldn't head that way.
I was about to say, I'm not making anyone do stealth for this because it's like in the corner, it's high
Enclosed.
enough up that, and like the only person that would be eye level with you guys is this one, and he has
And he's
this in
blocked.
front of him. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Just wondering. Okay.
No, yeah, you're all good.
This is really interesting.
Actually, would I be able to back up for a second? Because while I was up there earlier, I would have seen this other path. While watching through my spider, did I see anybody heading in that direction? Up this direction?
Like dwarves heading that direction?
Yes. Coming or going?
I will say
If
that
not-
you see another. I'll say you see another detachment of what looks like maybe 4 coming to this direction, coming to walking
damn.
this way.
Never mind.
In fact, I'll go ahead and add those in. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, I'm just gonna sit silently and just watch them,
Guys.
watch their movements, gauge absolutely everything I can. Since Sato's down and can't record information that I see, I'm just like mentally watching this, taking in everything that I can.
I don't think I'm going to be able to conversate with one of those things.
There are
Hell,
currently
they're not even
11
speaking
here.
Dwarvish.
I don't think we're going to be able to do much against these fellas. There's so many of
I
them,
agree.
and possibly more that we don't know. We need to leave immediately.
Yes, I agree. Go back to the caravan. Get
As-
ready to
Will
leave.
not
We're leaving
see.
now.
As you go to leave, Serena,
Mhm.
I would like you to make me a roll plus dexterity.
Oh, somebody saw you.
16 total.
As you all begin to stand up and slowly make your way across, Sato begins to click. He's clicking again. He had stopped for a bit, but he is clicking again. And as he begins to click,
Making noise.
you notice that it's not making a noise to anyone outside of your helmet. But this dwarf is staring what feels like a hole through the back of your head when you turn around and take one more look at the encampment as you all begin to slowly make your way.
Does it
Away.
react?
It just watches.
It's staring at you.
As
Stop
Sato
for a
just
second as
keeps
you guys
doing
kind of
that
continue to walk. I'm
static
still looking
click.
back. I'll stop for a second, and I'll shoulder the rifle, aim right at it.
As you aim at it,
Kind of shake my head, and then I'll lower the barrel as whatever happens happens.
right before you lower the barrel and you're looking at its face through the scope, you hear that same like raspy, gravelly cackling noise. Then it kind of strains and shifts, and then you just hear, "We're not done with you yet." And then silence.
What a pleasant group of friends. Caravan, now, leaving. Let's go find those bandits. I want to talk to them.
That sounds reasonable.
And then,
Let's move.
following from the back, walking backwards, I will, follow them out.
All right. Everybody has made it out, and we are going to. I'm going to have you guys rest for the night. So we'll have you just set up camp. I'm assuming you guys go back to the jungle area to set up camp.
Oh yeah, I'm full on, like, I'm not letting anybody stop, lay down, nothing. We're going back to the vehicles, we're leaving,
No,
we're
we're getting
passing
back
even
to
the
the vehicles
bandits,
and
we're
moving
going,
back.
like, all the way the fuck back to the main road.
Okay. Well, we'll say that around the time that like it is fully night, you guys are able to get back to the encampment with the shithead bandit. But it seems it's not his turn. There seems to just be a very tall, half-elven bandit that seems to be working the front, and she has a really large, what seems to be like a scrap metal axe that she's kind of holding over her shoulders, just standing next to the fire, just kind of watching the roads.
I come out of the hover bike and I've got the SMG. I'm not facing them. I'm facing towards the smokestack and I'm kind of walking sideways. I'm looking around
After
in the
what
jungle
happened
and stuff.
the first time, I've got the stone out ready. As Serena jumps out.
I'll
knowing
actually
that
like
the
hold my hand
gate-
out and like knock on the side of the thing to like have you hand it to me. And I'm like scanning the jungle, watching. I'm like high alert right now. And if you give me the stone, I'll take it and I'll go wander over to this half elf.
As you wander up, she sees you walking up, slams her axe down into a stump that's like next to her and walks up and she says, "Lovely night for the walk in the moonlight, huh?"
No. What do you know of that shit up there?
What shit out where? She says, just kind of with a very smokestack.
Big pillar of burning shit in the sky.
You mean that geological thing?
It's not a geological
I don't
thing.
know much about that.
You bandits are people of the woods, are you not? People of the natural world? Growing, green, things that are useful and not breaking apart the planet? You might want to go have a look up there, carefully and not at night, and with lots and lots of friends. I might suggest
And firepower.
lots of growing things, lots of, and I'm not talking about making a garden. I'm talking about making a very aggressive garden, very suddenly, all around that whole area. And I mean ruin it. You'll see what I mean when you go up there. Take lots of friends. Do not take a group less than 5. And if you go as a 5, go stealthily. Otherwise, I recommend taking borderline of an army.
It's already been nuked. Might as well bring something to nuke it twice.
Just go have a look, and you'll understand. I'll give you one word.
My.
And I'll lean in and kind of like cut my hand slightly, and knowing that this is kind of a trigger word, I'll lean in and I'll say, dwarves. And then I'll back away and return to my vehicle, still walking forward, but I'm still like looking like this, looking out into the jungle.
She doesn't say anything, but just cuts on a heel and just walks into a random part of the jungle. Like out of view, just almost like instinctually, just up and off to the jungle. And then a little while later, you see a single dark crow fly up into the air and to the direction of Green Cove.
It looks like she's taking it seriously.
I would certainly hope so. We're taking it more seriously, and we're going back to the main road before we stop and rest. So, let's burn the midnight oil, everyone. Let's get a move on. Double time.
I was about to say, yeah, if you guys want to move a little half square of worth of movement.
Or even just a quarter back into the jungle.
Yeah, just a quarter to get you back into the jungle.
Like that.
Yeah, okay.
It's like barely over there back into the jungle. At the minimum. That way they have to go through bandits before they get to us, and we'll probably hear that before it gets to us. We can leave.
Okay.
That's my thought anyway.
What does everybody do once we get back to the main road and a good spot for camp is found?
If y'all want, I'll take second watch since I can get my full rest in half the time.
Seraphim, how are you feeling? Awake enough to take the first?
I'll take watch. It's fine. I'm awake enough. Keep an eye out for those things.
I'm going to try to sleep. And I'll, bump Maxon as he walks past me at some point and just hold out the watch.
Have I noticed if, yeah, I was about to ask that same question about you. You're about to. I would have looked over and said, hey, has Sato come back on?
Yes, he has actually.
Run a diagnostic now, Sato, on yourself. What was that?
After he kind of chirps and beeps and runs a few diagnostics, he pauses and says, I don't know. It felt like I was here for a moment and then suddenly I was gone. Like I was pushed to the side, like I was deactivated, but from within myself.
You haven't shut off since we joined the... You haven't shut off since I first was handed you. I don't understand.
I've heard what he said the first time.
I say I'm speaking out loud, so it's
Would
not for me to say.
Have been speaking out loud, or was he in your helmet?
It was deliberately to be out loud. I was wanting this conversation to be spoken aloud.
I figured you could give Sato the capability to speak to everybody else, but I figured most of the time it was going to be to your helmet.
Yeah, in this instance, I'm curious as well as everyone else's feedback on this little instance of behavior.
Well, the first thing that comes to mind when he said it felt like he got shunted over, and he ran a self-diagnostic and he didn't find anything wrong. So his software's fine. What if it's a hardware issue? Do you mind if I look at Sato and see if something doesn't match the rest?
Yes, but first, Sato, do you have any memory of anything that I saw with this helmet? Did you record anything that we saw?
And would I have been able to record anything from my spider bot? I don't know if it has that functionality. It's not down on the paper.
If it doesn't have the functionality on the paper, I'm gonna say, well, you know what? I'll say sure.
Even if it's just
like
a
at
video.
least like a rough like
no
like no audio CCTV style.
God.
Kind of,
Sato
a
could probably
kind of
connect
a
to the
when
bot.
intended basis, because like Sato is for information storing, whereas like I would think it would be reasonable to say like he could do it like when he
One-time
wants
storage
to
for,
like yeah
30 seconds.
like
I'll say, like,
I want to remember this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
no. So
the
yeah,
reason I asked
after
is
a
because
moment,
Sato could attach to my bot and get the information if so.
Yeah, no, Sato was recording during that, but the video is distorted and the audio sounds off, and there seems to be strange markings in the corner.
Okay, so I'm putting this out as a hologram for everyone to see. I'm not watching this in the helmet alone. I'm letting everyone see this.
As you put the hologram out, Seraphim, you notice the strange markings are the old dwarven word for, it's the words for control, observe, subjugate.
My hand starts shaking, and I throw Sato at Raziel, and I walk away, and my right hand is shaking as I walk away, and I'm like trying to. Good night.
Is that the robotic arm or the real one that you're holding?
My flesh and bone hand is shaking. The metal one can't do that.
Okay. Just checking.
I can't feel anything in that arm. It doesn't have nerves.
I catch Sato. And yeah, I'm gonna.
It was specifically when Seraphim would have like spoke back to us and told us that it's the control.
Yeah.
That's when I like threw it at you and walked away.
Control, observe, subjugate. Sounds about right.
Well, I'm pretty sure Serena throwing it like that probably turned off the hologram and everything. And
If Sato's still there, then it should still be up.
Oh.
It's a very advanced tech. Like as long as Sato is present and uncovered, it should remain. It's kind of an attention-based thing.
Could you turn that off for now? I'm probably going to put you up for the night, take my rest, and inspect you in the truck first light.
Affirmative, and the picture shuts off.
Alright, I'm gonna, if able, stick Sato into my bag of holding to keep him safe.
Okay.
Just in case. And go take my quick little 4-hour rest.
Alright, is there anything that anybody else is gonna do before we transition to the next day?
While Seraphim is on the first watch, as he's just looking out, he's trying to think and remember if he's seen that specific kind of machinery before. Or even just those kind of the dwarven skeletons walking around.
I don't think those were
Seraphim
skeletons, they were robots.
He has hazy, fragmented, almost like they aren't his own memories of these strange robotic dwarves. And as for the machine, it doesn't seem familiar. It looks like some kind of power generating plant, but nothing specific that he knows of.
It doesn't surprise me, and yet it surprises me all at the same time.
As you're having this moment of contemplation to yourself, Alex walks up and leans against a tree nearby where you're taking your look out, and he's just staring in the direction of that smokestack.
It must bring up bad memories being there. What's your reason for your hate?
They took my family from me. Burned it to the ground. Made it nothing but a burning, smoldering vent into the earth. Reduced everything to ash. And then they kept going. And going. And going. They don't stop. They don't relent.
From what I've seen, they just destroy. I totally understand, and I am sorry for your loss.
He stops and looks over to you. How do you know Dwarvish?
It's in the foundation of my DNA. It's part of the building block.
Then I am sorry for whoever built you.
In a weird way, it was myself. Tell me, do you know Reese Crane?
He stops for a moment. Ponders to himself. Reese Crane. The first name doesn't sound familiar, but Crane. I believe they had a genetics company, firm, laboratory, funded by the Kingdom of Humanity before the war.
Well, he made a deal with the dwarves. He somehow was able to reason with them. Hell, he helped bring them materials. Materials. Kept some for himself. There was a lot more of me. Now there is but two. And I plan on taking him out.
One less devil on the earth will do it some good. And as he says that, he just, instead of leaning against the tree, he just kind of sits down, looking in that same direction, just kind of sitting next to you on your watch. Are we ready to... Oh, what was that?
I was just gonna say, yes, Seraphim just continues to keep staring out.
What was it? Yeah.
It's too late now. It's alright.
Oh, okay. You sure?
Because, like, what was I gonna say? I don't know, like, how far in are we for just, like, a little bit of, like, backstory stuff?
If you wanted to do a little thing before we transition to the next day, you could.
Alright. Because I was gonna say that the reason why Maxon was why I was hyper fixated on the machine is because the similarities between this one and the exact same thing he's dealing with are almost to the T. Because basically, you said it was had to do with the planet, right?
It looked like it was built. It looked like it was built inside the center of the Earth and then just bursted through the crust.
Oh.
And it was now breaking down, consuming, and assimilating organic matter, particularly human and elf animal parts. Yeah, if that is everything, we can carry on to the morning.
Sounds good to me.
Who is going to be taking the watch in the morning?
Second watch was going to be me, I think.
Can you make a perception roll for me?
Let's see if my dragon die lets me down or not this time. I got a 16 plus. I got a 17.
17?
Wait, nope. 18. I got a plus 2 perception.
You see, as just about the crack of dawn, a big battalion of what looks to be greencoat bandits, tamed animals, and some very rudimentary heavy armor and artillery making its way over to
Smoke attack.
what you can assume is what I'm going to call the biopower plant.
It's to war.
They don't take any notice of you all as they go by. They seem to just be very focused on getting out there and dealing with the problem.
I send up a silent prayer for them, knowing they're going to have a hard time. Because if there was that many of them that quickly that showed up, there was going to be more nearby once the noise started.
Once the camp is being packed up and stuff and people are jumping in vehicles, before we leave, I'll walk over. Go ahead.
Do we need to make any rolls before we start getting ready to pack up camp? And by that, I mean I was going to do some stuff about Sato before we left.
Oh, yeah.
And
yeah, if you want to work on Sato.
Isn't it pill time?
Seraphim's not taking
Yes, it
his
is pill time. Oh, gotcha.
Ooh.
Then roll the personality for me. And to anybody that notices, Mallory's gone.
That's who I was going to look for.
Oh yeah. Seems
Wrong die. I don't know what I'm doing. Get out of here.
But yeah, she seems to have left in the night.
Perfect.
He stays.
He stays.
Didn't that let you roll twice and pick one?
That's if he takes his pill. He didn't take his pill.
Oh, he didn't take his pill. Okay. I missed that, sorry.
Yeah.
Are there any tracks or anything telling of which direction she may have gone?
Doesn't say. I was gonna ask to do a perception check to look around.
You can, but you also remember her saying that she had the ability to cast invisibility, so you assume that if she was good enough to get away from the Dwarven convoy, she would probably cast a spell and covered her tracks. But you can try. Yeah. You can try. I'm not trying to discourage you from a roll, but
I will absolutely make the attempt at the minimum.
I am
Hell yeah.
also gonna.
I'll cast guidance on one of you.
God damn that! 14.
Looking for a trail since I won't find anything else. What am I rolling?
Perception or investigation?
I'll use perception.
Throw a guidance on you.
On who? Which one?
Well, if I could do both of you at the same time, I would. I probably would have thrown it at Jackson. Or at Serena. Yeah.
Oh, damn it. Hang on. is that number?
Serena would have been the one more likely to come get me when something went wrong. You're more likely to go to Serena.
It's trash 10.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah, I rolled a 5.
For a scientist, she sure knows how to cover her fucking tracks. You guys are not able to find any trace of her. She didn't take anything. She seemed to have just taken what seems to be a few bottles of water and like
Supplies
maybe a day's
to
worth of
survive,
food. Yeah.
to get to Green Cove and leave us because she didn't like us.
That stupid fucking. Whatever. If she dies, she dies.
Well,
It's not our response. It's not our problem anymore. Let her rot.
before I start tinkering, since that's pretty much already settled, before I start tinkering to see if I can see if anything's wrong with Sato, I'm going to sit down and ritually cast Identify on Sato to see if I can learn anything specific or new about it that I didn't already know.
Okay.
If it gives me any... Wasn't that the...
Sato.
Am I saying
Sato?
Sato. Fuck. I knew I was saying it wrong, I just couldn't fucking think of it. Sato. Sato.
Tato.
Like Naruto
So,
and Naruto.
what does that do again specifically? Just so I'm like
it's
100%.
just... let me pull it up just
As I find the missing rations, no trail, I'm just like, I'm starting to like check the time again, but I don't have anything to check the time with, so I'm like getting... I'm visibly
read it
getting
out to you real
flustered,
quick.
but I'm not talking to anybody. I just want to make that note about like the missing persons and all that. I start packing up.
Seraphim will be next to Raziel in case it displays more dwarven letters, symbols.
You choose one object that you must touch throughout the casting of the spell. If it is a magic item or some other magic imbued item, you learn its properties and how to use them. Whether it requires attunement to use and how many charges it has, if any. You learn whether any spells are affecting the item and what they are. If the item was created by a spell, you learn what spell created it. If you instead touch a creature throughout the casting, you learn what spells, if any, are currently affecting it. I didn't know you could use it on a creature.
Well, as you cast it on Sato, you get his general makeup, that he is a intelligence assistance software. He stores information. You know that he's mainly voice activated. And you find that there seems to be, in his code, the smallest, tiniest trace amount, after probably looking over it 3 times, you notice a Dwarven script backward in one of his like program files.
Damn.
I read
Hey.
the script.
Yeah, I was said, hey, Seraphim, what's this say?
Subjugate, track, dominate.
Subjugate, track, dominate.
I
They might have
Okay.
pinged Sato.
Do I hear that?
If you're close enough, yes.
Because I'm just like
Yes.
packing up. I don't know if I'm close enough or not, but
I was about to say, as long as they're doing it close enough to where you're, are you guys like doing it specifically away from like the campsite?
No, I was still in camp. We hadn't broken
I was about to
camp
say,
yet.
yeah, if they're in camp, I feel like as long as you're not doing something super loud,
As-
you could hear them.
like a period on the sentence, and my blaster pistol is out, and I'm pointing it at Sato in his hand. I say, "What the fuck did you just say?"
Okay, sorry.
Subjugate, track,
Lizzie asked
dominate.
if Sato was active, and if I could show this spot to Sato in his own file,
in his programming.
yes, in his own programming, could I possibly, with my own tinker knowledge and stuff, and Sato's help, scrub it from his system?
You can attempt to scrub it, but when you attempt to show Sato the faulty program line, he can't see it.
Which
Like,
that
he-
answers. a
He runs
question.
multiple diagnostics and is not able to locate that, but you are able to. there seems to be something about he can't. The code reads to him as normal code, but as an outside observer, we are able to see that it's like laced.
We see it's different, but he can't because it's internal. Okay. So, tinker check.
Yep, just a tinker check.
You think you're able to manually delete it?
We're gonna find out because I have advantage on tinker checks. And that first one's an 18. Let's see what the second one is. It's a 16. So, tinker checks would be proficiency plus intelligence. Right?
I can't remember. Is it plus intelligence or is it just plus proficiency?
What check are we talking about?
Like
Tinker
a tinker
check.
tools. Yeah, the tinker
It's
tools
Dex
check.
plus
Would it be
proficiency.
Dex plus proficiency.
Dex plus proficiency. So that would be an 18 plus 6.
Okay,
So
yeah.
that's 24.
With a 24, you are able to remove the faulty line of code, and after you do, Zato shuts off, and then after a few moments, boots back up. Not a word.
Sato.
What is it you need?
Do you remember anything? What's the last thing you remember?
Last log. And he lists
And I
off
would
the
have called
date.
Serena over at this point at minimum.
I'm standing close
For
by.
sure.
My posture currently is her posture. I have thoughts that I'm going to share in a moment.
Sato just lists back the basically a summarized play-by-play of yesterday. Very cold, mechanical.
Nothing about this morning.
Nope.
Or the visit from the dwarves last night, just yesterday.
Well, including what happened with the dwarves, but just nothing from this morning.
Mm.
And I will note, his voice sounds more robotic. He doesn't sound
As lively.
as upbeat. He sounds more hollow.
Think Isaac in Division. It's pretty much that.
Hmm.
Looks like you scrubbed the personality from him.
Raziel, I will tell you, with such a high roll, that the code you pulled out was a tracking, surveillance, and yeah, it was like a tracking and surveillance bug.
They had you low jacked. So they
Yeah.
You were BG.
I
You
wouldn't
were
be laughing.
located.
Where's the long range radio? I need it now.
How in depth? Yes, we need to. I pull the one out of my freaking bag and hand it to him.
I take it from you and I'm like walking across the camp. Hammer, Staff Sergeant. Hammer, come in.
They know the convoy's on the move and where it's going and where it's going to be. Possible ambush.
After-
Shift everything.
After a few moments,
Oh, no.
you hear the static kind of crackling on the other end of the radio. This is Hammer. Everything okay over there?
Check your systems. You plugged Sato in. Every line of code in that entire caravan. Scrub it. If you don't find anything wrong, scrub it till you find something wrong. Divert the path immediately. Urgent. Dwarves, urgent.
I immediately relay as well what I found in Sato so that he might have a better idea what to look for.
You hear silence. And then you just hear the static click. Click. Click.
Can I check
then-
that radio?
I punch the radio into your chest and I just like walk away And I pull out the little like squeeze thing that's like static, and it is like crackling. It sounds like it might break.
What was it you were trying to do with the radio, Raziel?
Check to see if the radio may have been infected already with it. If it's the radio or if it's coming across from him.
I do take Sato back, by the way, and I strap it on my arm.
The radio's fine. It seems, from what you can tell, it seems that whoever and whatever is watching you...
He is the system!
...is jamming your signal with the rest of the caravan. From the caravan itself.
We need to go.
Do you think that line of code could have infected Hammer himself?
Depends on how deeply he's connected to it. I didn't check. I didn't have the chance to test that with him. Hadn't been with him long enough. That I planned on talking to him about it when we got back.
What did you need from Green Cove again? Because fuck it. I think we need to head back to that convoy.
Various materials. I need plutonium, and I need various things, or at least leads on things to fix Maxon's ship and to begin processes that are going to take several weeks for things that I need to do. I have to begin building on a warp drive to get off of this planet. I also have to begin building on a quantum ring to get off of this planet properly without just ending up on the other end of the planet, back in orbit. I need things.
Well, your stuff is probably going to have to wait. We need to get back to that convoy. You're not going to have anything to go back to.
Do you need them? Can it be held off slightly so that we can go check on the convoy? We may be able to find another location along the path that has...
You cleared Sato?
I cleared Sato. There's nothing wrong with it.
I throw up the formulas, the ship in great detail. It's like off to the side, turning slowly. Like my timeline and plans and notes and things are all kind of like just a messy, just a big expanded thing. The map is like on the bottom, and I just... Okay. Sato, push the timeline back by... calculate. Missing materials now. 3 weeks at minimum.
He runs the calculations.
We'll get the materials when we arrive in the city. If we get there, if there's anything to go back to.
As you're saying this, Alex walks up, and he just kind of looks everything over, and he just looks to all of you. You go to Green Cove. I'll go check on the caravan. I don't carry any technology. I can fry anything that gets close enough to me.
How are you going to get there quickly?
You go back. You go back quietly. Don't say anything to Hammer. Tell him you came back because it seemed safe enough and we had arrived in Green Cove and you didn't think we would need any more assistance. Don't tell him anything. Don't tell him about the dwarves. Don't mention Sato and the code. Mention nothing of what happened on that hill.
Alex just nods and
we have to go dark. The 6 of us here. And if we find Mallory again, I don't know. I might have more questions. She doesn't seem to know anything. She seems to be a mildly misguided, and I look at Maxon and Seraphim, slightly threatened individual who has wandered off for her own safety. So I don't imagine there's a problem there.
I kind of squint my eyes at him because he didn't say it outright, but he immediately knew what he meant.
Between the 6 of us, we need to keep one thing in mind. Dwarven code was in this, now is gone. The hope is that they can't track us anymore. If we find ourselves in trouble, it's been nice, Sato, but from that point on, have to run
What is
without
our
it.
timetable to meet back up with the caravan?
We have 6 days.
Because that was visual and auditory monitoring, if I'm not mistaken. So they know our plan and they know how fast we were planning to make it there. So, if we want this to work and not have possible issues, we need to get there quickly and bypass our secondary stop we were going to make and just book it. We need to turn that
I
6
agree.
days into 3 or 4.
So to push
That
the
way we are
timeline,
ahead of the time schedule they are expecting. That is our
move the
only option
timeline
I can
towards
think of.
us.
He adjusts it and
Clip off
gives you the
4
new
days.
information.
We're doing this in 4 days. We get there today. We begin. Once we arrive, we go to my safe house. Speak to the contact. Contact possibly to why am I Packard? Possibly. Just out of curiosity. I need all eyes up. We have
I also
shifted
look
it.
over at Alex and tell him, as you're heading back, go about a day south before you head east. Otherwise, you're going to get too close to that vent. And
Get
they're
up
already
real
apparently
high.
active.
When you get there too.
Wait. Huh?
Talking about when he gets back to the caravan.
Oh, yes. Stay
When
on
you get-
top of the roof and keep an eye out.
When you get back to the caravan before rejoining them, I want you to take a wide sweeping eye. Look for any extra dust clouds, things that don't belong. Maybe even take a couple of days before returning and
Following
just
the caravan.
sweep the area around the caravan. Don't touch the ground though, because I think that's part of how the radar system works, detecting things in the
Is he
ground.
taking your ship?
He can fly. I'm pretty sure.
No, Alex can't fly.
Oh, he can fly? I thought he was flying before. Damn.
No.
In which
That's what I
case,
said. I was wondering how he was going to make it,
That's-
and then you
That's
started
why I
talking
asked
about
how he's
not
going to get
touching the
there
ground.
quickly.
As you all are deliberating this, you see Alex put on his pack, kind of look to you all and say, "Been wandering for 50 years. I'll get there with plenty of time."
take my hover bike. I'm not gonna need it if I'm gonna be driving the half track.
And I chuckle and I go, and yeah, it's a good idea for you to drive it.
Yeah, he walks over to it and kind of gets into it. After he kind of straps himself in, what kind of steering does it have? Is it like a joystick, a wheel?
Is it similar to something that would already be here that he might already have
it's-
access to?
Probably a yoke type situation.
Okay, I was just asking because he does only have one arm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it would
if
be
it
like a
required,
yoke
like-
type situation.
Okay, cool. Then yeah, he turns it on.
He
Looks
can hold
over
the
to
yoke with his knees and head, press buttons.
yeah. But he gets ready. He looks out and he says, "Stay safe. I know how to run a commando job, and I know you do as well."
And if something is wrong, and you radio to us, I look at everyone, listen closely, you will say the words. Hang on, let me remember exactly what I had said before. What did the note say? I forget.
Which note?
Hang on. Oh, we've had conversations. Uh-oh. Expect, I remember now, is expect my absence tomorrow. That is our code phrase. If something is wrong, if you suspect Hammer is corrupted, if the code has somehow gotten into his system, or whatever else might be wrong. If something is dirty, tell no one. Speak that phrase when we return. And if we should hear that phrase, everyone, we'll have to go from there. I'm not sure. I don't
Alex just nods
typically
as
do
you're saying
espionage. I gather forces. I organize civilian militias to fight off corrupt chaos, bringing gangs in an area. I fight in wars, combat. I assassinate politicians. I don't do espionage. This isn't my game.
As you say that, Alex reaches out of the hover bike and kind of punches you in the arm, and he says, "Sneaking around and telling people I am who I'm not was kind of my specialty for the war, so you don't worry about me. You all stay safe. I'm gonna get a move on."
Please do.
And he just closes the ship, and then you see it just come up and take off.
I guess we should be heading off as well.
And then there were 6.
Quickly.
Pack it up. Get in the truck. We're not hanging around here any longer.
Okay. Well, while everyone is thinking about that stuff, who wants to roll weather for me?
I'll do it.
Hell yeah, do it.
What was weather roll again?
Do it.
It is a D8.
Who's rolling which one?
Kevin.
7. It is raining.
Oh, perfect.
It is raining in the rainforest. But alright,
Surprised there'd be a fucking damper.
Sharp, roll a... Can you roll a D100 for me, Sharp? For the encounter?
100. I shall do that with an owlbear because I'm feeling risky.
Percentile, just click the bottom one once, and it'll do it.
Alright.
66. Alright, cool. Well, is there anything you guys want to do before you hit the road?
I'm gonna do something pretty,
Okay.
what's the word? Pretty scummy, a little bit. What can I take with me that I didn't have before? Because if we're just making a run for it, taking something is not really gonna be the biggest of concerns, so.
So wait, are you talking about like stealing from Green Cove?
Yep.
Okay, gotcha. I just wanted to make sure I heard you correctly. Are you like saying
I'm
this to
making
everybody?
all the, yeah. Man, I'm making all the risky decisions, aren't I?
So it seems.
I'm just being a little more comfortable, so.
Alright.
We'll worry about that when we get there. See what we can get a hold of before we start stealing what we can't.
Well, as you set out on your way to Green Cove, I'm assuming you guys are heading straight that way.
Yes, as fast as possible.
Floor to
As you-
middle of the floor.
I was about to say about halfway, because I think, yeah,
Over
full
here.
square
Halfway
movement
there,
will put you
halfway there,
in
halfway there.
Green Cove. So we'll say
think
about
so,
halfway there.
Whoa, why did it shrink?
You run as you're driving along. You come up side by side with a small caravan being pulled by a pretty big, like a very large ram, and being led by a elven man and what seem to be a human woman and a half elven child, all making their way to Green Cove. With
Going slower than we are?
they're
Does it
going
look
about
like they've been damaged in any way?
They just look like a farmer family from probably this village here, using the road to go to the Green Cove Market. They don't seem like they've had any damage. They almost seem peaceful. They even wave at you as you come up next to them, and the young girl seems just completely awestruck with the vehicles going by.
I say in my earpiece, do you think we should see if he knows anybody that might not have any metal, or if he's selling metal?
I will say his wagon is covered, so you can't see into it, but you can see that it is a pretty sizable wagon.
Is it leaving deep ruts in the muddy ground, like it's carrying a really heavy weight, or just like a little bit extra?
It's going pretty far into the ground. He seems to be carrying a lot of whatever he's carrying.
Well, I guess I'd pull up beside him in my little motorcycle. Hit a little button in the freaking roofer tracks.
Okay.
Hi. See what his reaction is just from seeing a blue guy hop a wave in a motorcycle. Hi.
He looks a little startled, but
not fear freaking out.
yeah, no, just kind of surprised that Dr. Manhattan just waved at him from a motorcycle.
No, it would have been Slag talking to him and being nice. Get confused him probably. The Slag board.
After a second of kind of contemplating that, he says, "Howdy."
Into the market to sell your stuff?
Trying to. Weather permitting, at least. He kind of looks up to the sky and just kind of around at the rain.
You wouldn't be having to selling some metals, would you? We're looking for some stuff up there. Figure I'd ask you, since it looks like you're hauling some stuff. See if I can get first crack at the wares, maybe.
He looks back to the human woman who you assume is his wife, and
I nodded at her and said, "Ma'am."
She nods to you, also very. She seems very reserved, very cautious with you, and
what's the kid's reactions to the blue guy?
Mouth agape, just staring, not really saying anything.
I chuckle. Trying to be put out as nice of a feeling as I can.
He looks back to you and says, "I don't think I have any metal. We're mainly farmers. Let me look." And he makes his way to the back and gives the giant ram pulling the cart just a pat as he walks by, and begins to dig around. And you know what? Give me a second. Leave it a chance. He doesn't have anything. He pulls his head back out from under his tarp. "Well, I got some vegetables, some fruit, got some animal leather, but no metal."
Thank you for checking. Much appreciated, since you didn't have to.
Y'all looking to do some trading when you get up there as well?
Well, looking for some metals in bulk, if able. Do you know anybody possibly in town to talk to?
I would check with the Flagthroat Mining Company. I know the name is very off-putting, and they're not the nicest mining company around, but they tend to have a surplus of materials.
Slag
where I would go if I Slag Throat. And as he says that, he takes his thumb and draws it across his throat a few times just to try and other than that, I hope you lot have a safe journey.
You too.
You get, and they just kind of slowly begin to go right back up the road.
And off I go to catch up to everybody because they probably didn't stop because they probably weren't too worried about it. I told them speed, and I can probably catch up pretty quick on my little bike.
All right. So, we can put it in Green Cove, but I think that is, if you guys are okay with it, I kind of need to end it here because I need to.
Yeah,
I need to make some more map stuff and get us some more stuff figured out for the session.
Hell yeah.
This went well. You're good.
No, yeah.
Well, you call that well?
Well, it went well for me. Are you kidding me?
It went great for him.
Well, considering. Hey, just think of what would have happened if I hadn't found that.
Right, well,
If I hadn't
gotta
thought
go, guys.
use
I will
identify
see you
as a
later.
ritual.
See you
See you
later.
later, Sharp.
See you later.
Since that kind of shortcutted the thing, so I knew what I was looking for before I did the dice roll. Because I would have had to roll to find out what I was looking for before I tried to get rid of it. Identify kind of shortcutted it. You sounded a bit surprised. You're like, wait, what does that do?
By the way, have you moved the caravan token yet? I don't know if you've moved it at all.
I need to move it again. Thank you for reminding. Well, actually, I'm gonna leave it where it is because technically I was doing
We don't
that
know
so
what's
you
going
guys
on
know
now.
where it is. Yeah, so I'm gonna leave it vague.
We don't know.
Shit.
We got cut
Shit,
off.
shit.
Yeah.
didn't think about that.
I gotta tell you guys,
Yep.
that played out so much more like cinematic and like way better than I thought it was going to.
You thought we were
'Cause
gonna
I was
go
like-
and start shooting people.
Oh yeah, you've got
No,
you've
I
got
first didn't,
Serena in like full Jason Bourne mode. I'm like she's checking the time every 30 seconds. Like it's bad. Seraphim would notice this at least.
Oh yeah, he's in
Oh,
the
yeah.
truck
Like it's
with you.
literally like every 30 seconds just checking the time. Like I'm keeping mental tabs.
I've been waiting to really hit you with the Sato's been bugged the whole time.
Oh yeah, she definitely feels pretty dumb. She's not used to being bugged. She's not used to espionage things.
Technically, as we were going, I would have looked over at him and said, "Where'd your arm come from?"
It got cut off.
This gives me that.
That's
vibe.
not what I asked. Where'd your metal arm come from? Did you have it since you had Sato, or since later?
Sato was given to me whenever I was appointed to my position. My arm was my weak point.
I will.
Because
wait
I
till
would
you
have
go,
said,
sorry.
"Hey, I want to inspect your arm too," because that's a mechanical thing in some way, shape, fashion, form.
So I will say, Serena, you surmise that this happened when you got Sato upgraded upon shortly arriving on Uramos and doing a few jobs. Like once you made enough money to get like some upgrades, maybe download some of the local map data, you think that's when Sato got bugged by the dwarves, as you now know.
The ace hates.
You think it could have even happened that day you went poking around a little too close to the vents? You're really not sure, but you have a few ideas.
Yeah, I've been around advanced technology. The manner in which it ended up there is not... probably won't be too difficult to work out. Not that it'll even be
I'm pretty
important.
sure it wasn't arm related then.
Oh yeah, my arm is... it doesn't really
That I wouldn't have
come off.
expected
it from the exposure you can see from like the side of my suit, because the rest of me is covered. You'll notice that like while I have like a fingerless glove looking thing on with where Sato is also, there's like black material that covers my fingers and my neck, and there is no exposed skin. You can't see skin. But the metal arm is exposed. I don't need to cover it, so I don't. But you can see that it's like, any particular movements, it's most of my shoulder. From what you can tell, it at least is like, it goes beyond what you can see.
Well, not knowing how it worked fully, actually, I probably would have asked if I could inspect it later before we left Green Cove. So we'd worry about that later anyway. Not knowing if it could be infected, I probably would have asked that at least. Inspect it soon. Just to double check. But that'd be for later anyway. Well, you were already going to ask me to upgrade it.
So here we are, in the jungle, cut off from HQ. Gotta go dark.
Oh, fun and games.
Oh, what I would do to call in a squad.
Yep. Something.
Misfit band of fuckwits.
Not our squad.
Yeah, I was
So
about
if
to
you
say
ever say that, that is
Ours.
more competent squad.
So a squad is a very particular set of language for me. Say it's not like a secret or anything. She would, if it were asked about, she would just tell you that like our people operate by being trained and living together in squads from childhood even, and growing up and learning to fight together and surviving together.
You have a graduation ceremony.
Yes, that's where my arm got cut
Your
off.
closest friend. I said that because I was thinking of the graduation ceremony for what's his face on Naruto.
Oh yeah,
fuck,
it's
I forgot his name.
yeah.
I forgot his name. He had to kill his closest friend, or die himself by having his friend kill him.
We can talk about that more at the safe house.
Yeah.
Ask me questions later. Once we arrive and we have a brief moment to breathe. Not stress-free breathing, but breathe.
Cheaty chat. Cheaty chat.
Alright, well, I'm going to cut the stream off now that we have moved beyond our discussion of things. Now that we've got